In the news this morning.
50.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is 950 ENT Radio's PRGPodcast. It's your boy Freddie on Focus.
It's your boy PRG Black representing 950 ENT Radio.
Hey, it's your boy Kim Olajuwon. We back with another one.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Cutter Calhoun. I'm on Red Bull, and I'm still repping for the South Side on
Yes,
Hopper
sir.
Drive.
Red Bull.
Finally, the team's back together, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Jeez.
Finally, our schedule's been conflicting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all good. We're going to get it together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Got to get it together for the people.
About to say, I got all my kids in the back room. Like, hey,
It's
it's
all
a family
good,
day,
though,
but
man.
y'all gonna record this podcast with me
It's
real
all
quick.
good, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean-
I done brought my kids in here. You know what I mean? I done come
course.
in out of coming from tournaments and whatnot. You gotta
This
do
is
what we
second
gotta do,
home,
man. Yeah,
so it
do
don't
what we
matter.
gotta
You know what I'm
do.
saying? We do what we want here.
Yes, yeah. People reaching goals, right?
know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to make sacrifices.
My sacrifice today was wasting their time.
Right.
They're bored as fucking everybody. It's all good, man.
They probably up in somebody else's studio right now.
Who knows
Wilding
what
out.
they doing? They running around the hallway.
God damn it. Kids.
Damn
It's
kids,
all good,
man. Damn kids. How's everybody been, though, man?
Been straight, can't
Yeah,
complain.
that's what's up. We
Working,
alive.
bro.
We
Yeah.
living. We breathing.
Yeah, man.
Correct.
Be happy.
Isn't that the goal, though? We just got to keep living, keep pushing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Pretty much, yo. Because I mean, once you know you alive, you got a chance for it to get better.
I'm 3 weeks into CrossFit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's
That
up.
shit's amazing, bro. It's such a stress reliever. It's like amazing.
Lifting tires and shit like that.
Doing mad wild
I haven't
fucking
lifted any
workouts.
tires yet, but a lot of heavy lifting, like just cross everything but that I haven't got to yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
One
that shit is
of them
crazy.
females intimidated you yet?
Yo, there's women in there
You
with
stupid.
horse legs, bro. Like
Exactly.
horse legs. I'm like,
Mad powerful, right?
Yeah, and they got like the cuts, like the two like muscle cuts.
Yeah.
I want that shit so bad. So when I
Yeah.
wear my shorts, woo, it's a
Son.
wrap.
Wow, that was pause. Can we say when I wear my shorts, B, it's going down.
See, Freddie is always, next level with the fashion and all that.
Fred's
So,
Fred's a
you know what I'm saying?
fashionista.
I ain't
We
even,
get
you
it.
know,
That
it
just
ain't-
sounded crazy.
Yeah, that sounded crazy.
with my shorts.
Mad gangster, yo. When I wear my shorts,
I mean, but at the same time,
So y'all
that
know.
is what you see at the gym, though. You see the fucking
That's true.
the swole guy with the fucking shorts, and you can see his
Yeah.
balls hanging out the bottom of it.
Oh.
I don't know about that guy. I
I'm
didn't
not-
see that guy.
I'm
Cutter.
not- Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
every
not-
gym
I'm
in the
not doing
world,
that. I'm not
every
doing
gym
that.
in
What
the
guy
world
you
has
was
that
looking
guy.
at in the gym?
Every gym in the
man?
world has
That's
that
why I work
guy.
out at home.
Got
You know
looking
what I'm
at
saying?
dicks
Or
over here in the gym.
Or the guy who
You be
walks.
looking at dick prints at the gym?
Nah, bro, they just pop out of nowhere, bro.
You seen the sweats, bro?
Pop out of nowhere.
Pop out of
You know
nowhere.
I didn't know about the dick print until like later in life as an adult. I didn't know women
Nah, I heard about that shit in middle school.
Yeah, I did, and it's a
Yeah,
weird
girls
part.
was searching
son.
prints in
What middle
gym
school
class.
you went to?
Guy, it's going down. Telling you, not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, we had like 2 pregnant chicks in middle school.
In
It was-
middle school?
Yeah, no bullshit.
That's like what?
Eighth
Ninth grade?
Yeah,
Eighth?
eighth grade.
Wow.
Ninth grade.
I mean,
Nah, it
you
was
know.
wild. Bro, I lost my virginity in
But let's stop.
middle school.
Yeah, let's stop fronting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, because 6th and 7th grade, I thought I was an adult, bro. I
Me
thought
too.
I was grown.
Yeah,
I felt
don't
grown
know
back
why.
then.
It was bad.
My dick was wild big back then. For a 6th and 7th grader?
Fred stupid as shit.
I was about to jump in the convo, and then I was like,
Like had something important to say.
But
Then
no,
no, Fred.
But the fucked up part about it is, what do you have to compare
Right?
to
Like,
at
what
the
makes
age-
you think you
what
was
compare
packing
to
in
it?
6th, 7th grade? How many were you looking at 6th, 7th graders now?
No, I'm out born, bro. I don't know.
shit.
Porn is for 6th, 7th graders?
You know what? You know what? You know what? At the risk, just to say, Fred, you know what I'm saying? At the risk of my own embarrassment, I have a brother, and we definitely did like, hey,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
bigger?
Oh, yeah.
You got to compare with
Me
your
and my
you
brother.
got to, you know
I
what I'm
said I
saying?
actually said the story last week about me and my brother at the bar, man. And he fucking
yeah, I
won.
remember.
It was cold that
It was
day.
cold. I was just
It's
going to
cold
say you had to
that
say it was cold, bro. I was nervous. All
want a
right,
rematch.
shriveled up a little bit.
I need a rematch, man.
It's all good, though, man. You live to fight another day, man.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Nah, me and my
yo.
brother, we ain't, you know what I mean?
Y'all ain't rocking
It's like
that.
whatever it is, that's what it is, bro. We good.
You ever
I
seen
got what I got. You
Y'all
got
got-
what you got, bro.
Yeah,
You never
Nah.
seen your father's dick?
Nah, I have when
I
I was
have.
young.
My father's
Yeah.
dick is retarded. son.
Yo, you said
That shit
Yo,
is
I'ma
crazy. I was like, yo.
pause sign.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
The whole
Put the pause
fucking
sign.
screen
Yeah, I
after
feel
that,
you, though,
son.
man. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Were you like a little kid though?
What?
Were you like a little kid when
it
you
was
seen?
a-
You think that's
Nah,
part of what it
I saw that shit as
was?
an adult.
Niggas, I saw that shit a few months
say
ago.
he was a
Pop still
kid.
swinging, huh?
Oh my god, put some fucking clothes
I
on.
was frightened.
My family's like that because my family, we don't look at each other like that. Like,
yeah,
my
yeah.
sister and stuff, but they walk because I don't look at my sister. Look
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
My
Walk
sister's
around
like a
naked.
guy to me. I don't look at
Yeah.
her sexually
Yeah.
like that. So they walk around naked around the house all the time. And
I do remember back in the day because I forgot what medical symptoms that my dad did have, but he ended up getting surgery on his nether regions and shit like that.
are you serious?
Yeah. He ended up getting surgery down there. This nigga came out of surgery and tried to explain to us what happened by showing. I'm like, bro, dude, I don't want to show. I don't want to see this.
He said, son, spell long dick.
He's like, so I go into the room and then he just fucking unzips and just. I'm just fucking around, but
Father.
That's
but he did.
hilarious.
He was like, hey, I got this because I think it was some kind of I don't
Get
know.
a hernia or something?
I think it might because it was in his balls. I don't know what it was.
It's a lot of dick talk in this podcast, man.
Right?
We need to.
Dick
Moving right
talk.
along. Moving right along.
Oh man, we started off with dick talk. That's
Yeah,
wild.
man.
What else? What we had on the docket though, man?
Always
We
start at
had-
the tip.
Let's talk about, current events. We want to talk
Yeah,
about a little
yeah,
current
yeah.
events. Anything. Let's get
Oh,
the fuck out of this
Let's get
conversation.
out of the dick combo. Let's talk
Oh,
about
shit.
Jay-Z
Yeah,
signing
we
with
wanna
the
talk about-
NFL. People think
I thought
he's a coon.
I thought we was not talking about dicks anymore.
Oh, that's how you giving it up, yo.
Damn, son.
I'm just fucking
You
around.
tried,
like that.
bro.
I
You
just-
shot and
You
missed.
fucking up the title sponsors.
Southern
yo.
rap. Southern rap.
Yeah, he
Nah, I
tried.
got title.
He tried.
Whoa.
You still don't bring up Cutter's failure at the Southern rap
That's your
conversation.
that's your kryptonite.
dog.
Let's not bring
Hey,
it
I
up.
listened
That
to
was
that.
so
I
funny,
listened to
though.
it another time, and I had a different spin on it. But we're going. That's
All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about
Yeah,
rap.
We'll get to that.
Next
we got
segment.
we got something cooking up for the rap music, but for now, let's talk about Jay-Z signing with the NFL. People saying he's cooning by signing with the NFL.
Not at all.
Didn't he have a verse recently too where he said like, "I don't need y'all, I don't need y'all, y'all need me."
Yeah, it
Talking
was.
about the
yeah, I think
NFL.
so.
It was
Yeah.
on a Jay-Z and
Yeah.
Beyonce
I
joint.
mean, how do
collab.
y'all feel about that? Him coming at the
Well,
NFL.
let's clarify.
Now he's
Let's clarify exactly what happened.
shaking hands and, you know.
Yeah, for the people that don't
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's talk about the deal.
So basically, Rock Nation, the entertainment company that Jay-Z founded in 2008, is entering into a multi-year partnership with the NFL to enhance.
It's multi-year.
Yeah,
Ew.
to enhance the NFL's live game experiences and to amplify the league's social justice efforts. So that's what the deal is. That's the first thing I heard this week because I heard
Right.
two things.
What else
You know
did
what I'm
you hear?
saying? The second thing is that Jay-Z is close to buying an NFL team or at
I
least
heard
being
that
a
too.
co-owner.
I heard that too,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So a lot of people say that these two moves are related somehow.
Probably.
That first move is probably to get into the door and then
Right.
to feel them out, and then the second is probably to own the team.
Man, he ain't doing nothing but he about to move the Jets to Brooklyn just like he did.
Hey,
No
that's not
bullshit.
even
He
a bad
might.
idea.
He might.
I mean,
no
I
bullshit.
did hear that the Jets were the team. I mean, this hasn't
No
been
bullshit,
confirmed,
I
of
would-
course.
Everybody wants to buy the
1000%
Jets, even
believe
Gary
that.
V.
Yeah, he said that's his dream. Though. He's a Jets fan.
Yeah. But
he wants to own the Jets.
how y'all feel about the whole Jay-Z situation being involved with the NFL?
Me
being-
personally, I when I looked into what it was, 'cause I didn't really understand it. It said
Right.
what I read was the quick headline that popped up on my notification. He's going to do the halftime show for the Super Bowl, whatever. I'm
Right.
like, all right, what's the point of this? Then I looked into it and realized the social justice reform part is the most important part. You know, the NFL started that whatever it's called, NFL Cares or whatever, where it's in response to the kneeling. It's in response to everything Colin Kaepernick did and all the uproar. Now there's actually some things that are
Some
going to
move-
start
some
changing
movement,
and
some
some
action.
movement
Some
getting
movement,
made.
action.
One of that is the NFL having a program that will donate to charities of these black players' choices, you know, which will obviously, hopefully be charities for the communities, right? That's the point.
Correct.
So, you know, Rock Nation signing with the NFL, one of the big things they're doing is working with that program and making sure that they're donating to the right places and, you know, what needs to be done and whatnot. I think that's great. You
I
know
like
what I'm saying?
I think it's dope, man. Because to be honest, they I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Fuck,
But,
what
I mean,
was gonna say.
I just think it's at the end
It'll
of the
come
day, everybody wants change, but then when change comes, people start complaining.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, why is Jay-Z a coon? He's there to help. Y'all want change, right? Do
He
you
would
want
be
change
the
or
first.
not?
Everybody says, "Oh, the NFL owners, they're the old white man's club."
They are.
He would be the first black man to be part of this
Exactly.
club.
Now,
And isn't this how you start to infiltrate
You gotta get your foot
the
in the door,
enemy?
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
If you
what
want
it
to call
is,
it like that.
there's a lot of people who I guess you can call them extremists, right? When it comes to black people and black pride and
Correct.
race.
They lean
And
left.
their whole thing is no, it's not leaning left. Their whole thing is we should do our own completely separate. Stop trying to integrate
I see.
us with the NFL and get these old white people.
I have a-
All they want is our money. Let's take our money out completely and do our own thing. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of people look at it. That's the only argument I see for going against Jay-Z.
But,
Is
you
that
know-
you want nothing to do with white people and feel like black people
But we had that.
need to do everything.
That doesn't
on their
solve
own.
the issue, man.
We had that.
That's actually what they
What
honestly
do you,
want.
what
To
you
be
mean by we
honest,
had that?
We had that. We had a situation where no white people was involved.
What's that?
When we was in Africa,
Yeah.
we had that.
Oh, we had
and
leagues.
look what happened.
or leagues. We had our own leagues back in the day, and then.
But I mean, even before that, the originator, we had our own everything. And look at us now.
You know
How
what-
did we get here?
you know what they
I'm
say?
not going to go into that, though.
You know what they say too, that a lot. If we stayed segregated, a lot of black communities would have ended up thriving more
Of course.
without being segregated. They say too.
I mean, look at the trends of things.
the
You know what I'm
truth,
saying?
though, I think.
We make everything cool, and then they catch into it later, and then they profit off of it. It's always been like that. It's always going to be like that unless we change it.
I mean, I feel that to a certain extent.
But again, just I don't think it's coonin. And to be
No.
honest, the NFL really didn't have to do this either
Yeah, exactly.
because they wasn't really losing ratings. If anything, they had like the top 10 ratings last year on
TV
TV.
ratings as a whole have gone down. So that's why you can say, oh, NFL numbers have gone down. Well,
'Cause there's
numbers all
options.
across the board have
Yeah, there's
gone down.
options.
There's different options now. But you're right. When you still look at the ratings, NFL is always going to rank amongst the highest in America.
So they didn't have to really do
Yeah.
this. And then another rumor is not even a rumor for a fact. Jay-Z actually told JD to not take the same deal he just took now.
I heard about that. I didn't go into it. I would like to know why. What
I
was his
didn't know
reason?
that.
I don't think it was the same exact deal. I feel like Jay-Z probably tweaked it a little bit. Probably with the extra stuff about the
helping the charities and all
yeah,
that.
helping the charities. He
Okay.
added that to it, and I believe he also wanted to add equity because Jay-Z and like Beyonce, they don't do nothing without equity.
No, they really don't take
No.
cash money
Yeah.
from deals. No, they take equity. They want a percentage. Give us a percentage. We don't care. We'll make
But
our
you
money
end
from
up
that.
you end up winning more like that in the
Hell
long
yeah.
run.
Hell yeah. But that's all they do. That's all they did. That's all they really do. They don't need money per
No,
se. Give
they
us
don't
a
need
percentage.
cash.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Give us a percentage.
My thing is though, I didn't mean to cut nobody
No,
off.
I don't go.
But my thing is, how again, like you said, everybody scream that we need movement, we need things happen, we need to be involved more. And then when you have a brother that's actually getting involved on a major level, now he's a coon. How?
And people are so mad that he said we're past kneeling.
We should. So what? All right. So what is supposed to happen?
You're supposed to keep kneeling and what?
Right.
And do what?
Right. I thought it was for awareness, and when you have awareness,
The
that
awareness
means
is there now.
that people
Yeah.
are supposed to start sitting down and talking.
That was all clickbait because right after that he explained that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't just say, "Oh, we kneeling is nothing." You know what I'm saying? It's something. It's the start of something. But we have to eventually we got to move on to bigger and better things.
When
Correct.
you said earlier in the group chat, it's been 3 years. What's the first thing
It
I
has
said?
been
Damn,
3 years,
already?
bro.
Yeah.
What has
Been that
happened?
long?
You know what I'm saying? What has really happened?
I mean, that just lets you know that that opinion comes from somebody who's stagnant. Somebody who just wants
A lot of
to-
us are.
Shit, I'm one of those people. That's how I know. But it just comes from somebody who just wants to do one thing, and then magically it appears like, oh, it's changed now.
Right.
No, it's work. It's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? You did kneeling. Now it's time to take action. You gotta get somebody in those rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you expect those old white dudes to change their mind about diversity if you don't have a black dude talking?
Right.
to
If it's a room full of
know
old
what I'm
white
saying?
dudes, nothing's going to change.
mean-
now you have to introduce somebody else into the mix.
And then, unfortunately, at the end of the day, your word is not going to be respected unless you got that kind of chips,
True.
unless you got that bread. You know
True
what I'm
that.
saying? And because he's in that billionaire club, you know what I'm saying, they're going to respect him because of that. Because, at the end of the day, they're all
He could sit at the
capitalists.
table with these dudes.
Exactly.
I mean, Jay-Z's actions as of late, a lot of people saying that it's just for the money. He's not going to do anything.
I don't need the money.
I mean,
outta here with that
his
shit.
actions as of late doesn't show me that. His actions
He's
has
given
all
away
been
so much money, and he's done so much on
Correct.
the low, helping
Correct.
21 Savage, helping Meek Mill,
helping
Lil Wayne.
the little dude, the little 12-year-old who got arrested in the mall in Atlanta.
yeah.
Oh, he helped him out?
His lawyer,
I didn't even know about
yeah,
that.
the Rock Nation lawyers got him off.
Yeah, making a documentary about Trayvon Martin.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh yeah, he got one about Khalif Browder too,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
And the other thing that I want to say is, a lot of course, you probably don't hear a lot of what he's doing too. But one thing he said this in the song. He said the purest form of giving is anonymous to anonymous.
Yeah.
That's telling you right there. he don't want you to necessarily know about it because and then even if he did say, okay, I did all of this, then a lot of people would be sitting here and saying, well, you're supposed to give and be on the low about it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you can't win.
No,
bro.
you're right. You
know
can't
what I'm saying?
win. But
You can't
I
win,
did
bro.
hear that he said that in that meeting that he had with Roger Goodell in the NFL. He was basically saying, like, yo, I can show you. I have the paper trail
Of course.
all the people we've helped, all the people we've gotten out of jail,
Of
the
course.
money we've given away, all the jobs that I provide. Like, they got on him with the Brooklyn Nets thing. They said he was gentrifying Brooklyn because they tore down a bunch of housing projects and built that big ass
do
arena.
get it.
But at the end of the day, how many people in Brooklyn work at that fucking arena? They have a career
Not
at that
even
arena.
just that, bro. And I said this on one of the old shows. It's black people that got property in New York, in Brooklyn, that is coming off because the property value was going up.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
let's not just get on some shit like it's just white people. That's man, come on, man. I
Brooklyn,
know
yeah.
for facts.
Yeah, you from there.
That it's people that old school black people that bought property back in the
Back
days.
in the day, that's down 2-3 blocks
That's
from
right
the arena.
now.
Yeah.
Cashing in for millions on their properties, and their families is benefiting from this. So I don't want to hear this shit about it's only white people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
helps
that's not
everybody.
gentrifying.
Bro.
To me, like, I guess maybe by definition that's gentrifying, but not in the way people are trying to use it. Because nowadays I feel like when you say the word gentrifying,
It's negative.
You automatically think white people taking over black neighborhoods. No.
Black
That's
people
not
can
the
do it
case.
too.
Yeah, black people could do it.
You just got to know.
which they do.
Yeah.
Chinese people do it.
Atlanta.
Brother
whatever.
Polite said the same thing.
Yeah.
Brother Polite is saying the same thing. It's opportunities that black people could purchase these properties for low right now and then flip them when the neighborhoods go up. You just got to be in the game. Come on now.
I just think we're in a time in this country where everything is just narrowed down a race. So
Yeah.
when you hear the word
Yeah,
justification, you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? It's just like white people taking over black neighborhoods.
Yeah, it's the first thing people think about.
Just like you just said, you know what I mean? Black people who own those brownstones up in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
they
bro.
benefiting just as
Yeah,
much.
he gentrified the community, but not in a bad way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you know what I mean?
They just built a big ass arena, and a lot of people are prospering
It's
from
like
that.
it's like he said. It's like eventually we got to move on. Like a lot of these people get too comfortable in these projects. It's time.
Correct.
It's time to. That's only like supposed to be like a temporary thing.
And that's
to
what
get you on
Jay.
your
That's
feet
what Jay said too.
and keep it moving.
People ask him why he don't put money into Marcy. He was like, because the projects is supposed to be a stop. You know, it's not supposed to be permanent.
That's facts.
So if you put money into Marcy
Yeah.
to make it nice
You're
and
supposed
better,
to move here for the cheap, to
Correct.
save your money and get yourself
step up
together.
and get the fuck out.
Yeah, not
but
stay
some
here
people
forever.
staying there for generations.
Raise your kids to come
yeah,
here and
your
live
kids
here,
there,
yeah.
your kids there, your kids,
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
there.
Raising in
That's
the
not
same
how it's supposed to be.
projects, yeah.
So in a way, it's kind of like enabling. You know?
And in a way, I know it sounds fucked up. 'cause
It's the
like,
truth, though. I truly believe
You know
that
what
too.
I'm
And I've
saying?
said that for a while. People have come at me for that, but I do feel like a lot of these government programs are put in place to enable. You know what I mean?
Make it easy for you to
make
just
it
stay
easy for you to
stagnant.
just stay stagnant.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they're there.
And to clarify, I know King, so he doesn't mean that in a general sense, like it's enabling people. Some people do need that assistance.
Of course, some people do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, people
Definitely.
People are listening to that like,
Yeah.
oh, you know,
No,
No,
Yeah.
I've needed that assistance. I've had
We all
food
have.
stamps.
We all have. Of course.
But I'm not on it now.
It's like
You know
that
what I
guy.
mean?
It's like
Right.
that guy in
About
Tampa,
food stamps over
the
there.
dude with the tattoos on his face.
Yeah.
He's opening or it's him and a rapper together. They opening bought a whole bunch of property, like projects basically, but it's only temporary. And they have like an
Oh, I
office.
remember you told me about that. But he helps the people. He sits down
Yeah.
with them, goes through their finances, gives them a place to stay
That's
for
how
like
it
2
should be.
years.
That's how it
for
should be.
super cheap or for free or something like that, right?
Yeah, super cheap.
And but you said the plan is to get out of here in this amount of time.
Correct.
If you don't stick to the plan, then I'm not helping you no more.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
honestly, what is wrong with
Nothing
that
is
scenario?
wrong with that. That's
You know what I'm
amazing.
saying?
Yeah.
Pushes people.
So
Isn't it like that up north though? Real quick, let me just cut you off. But y'all from New York, isn't it like that in New York?
that
State
I remember.
assistance is limited,
Unless it's
right?
changed.
I don't know too much about it.
I thought a state, from what I've always heard, was that up north in New York, you can get food stamps or whatever, but you only get like a 4-year window, 3-year window.
I don't know
and
about
that's
that.
it. You don't get no more.
You know what? You might be right, but I'm talking about. But this is Jersey though, because Jersey, in Jersey, my lady's sister had assistance like that, and they cut it off. And right before they cut it off, she was like, "All right, I'm leaving to Philly now." because Philly.
Oh, got you. Yeah,
Philly's
yeah,
gonna give me the
yeah,
assistance
yeah,
now.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
See, that's crazy.
People do that, yeah.
I mean,
but see,
hey.
I've heard that because like my oldest son, his mom and family is from New York, and so she had told me, his grandmother told me one time there was a lady who lived down the street, and basically whenever it was about to run out, she would just have another kid. So she said the lady had like 8 or 9 kids, and she was just making jokes like they were all different nationalities. Like she was this Puerto Rican lady with Chinese kids, black kids, just all different nationality kids, because she just kept having kids to keep
That's
the
no
assistance.
good, bro.
That's kind of like what the assistants were, the grant that they be giving them a lot of them Chinese restaurants. That's what they do, and they keep
Yo,
switching the names.
I was online on some shit, right? I'm like, yo, I need to get some money. I'm gonna look for these grants, bro. They out here, right? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm of African descent. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm gonna find these grants. I'm looking all through that. I found mad grants for Chinese people to move here, bro.
Wow.
No, I couldn't find nothing that'll help me. But boy, when I tell you, there was so many for Japanese, Chinese
That's interesting.
people.
I wonder why that's
so
the
many
case.
grants. And they can come here on some. I want to be a scientist shit and take that grant and go fucking open a
I don't
Chinese
like that.
restaurant.
I don't like that because
No.
it should be equal.
It's not though.
You know what I'm saying? I
It
can
is
understand
not.
if you're gonna give
They
if
get
this is
tax-free businesses.
Bro, they get free money. They
That's
can get
crazy.
anywhere from like $10,000 to $100,000, and he come here and start a bit. Now you're telling them I'm coming here to do scientific research, but what the fuck are they gonna tell you when they give you $100,000 and you open a Chinese restaurant? You can tell I'm doing food research.
Yeah.
I mean, and I so
They're not
you know,
gonna check on it.
and hearing that, I wasn't aware of this. So it could
Oh, that
make
shit is
you
online.
understand why
Build that
some
wall.
communities are upset. Oh shit.
I mean, but that's a valid excuse, man. If you're doing food research, you want to see how many niggas getting them boneless spare ribs.
Oh shit. I mean, hey, if they spinning it, you know, that's
Never
anyway.
know. I heard the bell. Was that for the time?
No, we still got a couple of minutes,
Okay,
so
we
you know
cool,
what I'm saying.
we
We
cool.
we can keep going.
Yeah,
we
but
can keep it
into
flowing.
those Chinese restaurants, that's they do when they shit's about to run out because they get tax-free businesses. So when their year is about to end, they just put it on a cousin's name
Yeah.
or their
Wow.
kid's name, and then
When
they
you
get it all
when you
over
come here
again.
as an immigrant, you don't have to pay. If you come here as an immigrant, a legal immigrant, right, do all your paperwork properly, you don't have to pay taxes for your first 7 years.
Wow.
As a fact.
Can I leave and come back?
Nah,
Does that help?
unfortunately, you was born here, my brother.
Damn,
So, yeah.
You gotta
And that's fucked up. And
Unfortunate.
I've known that for a long
Crazy.
time. And I
Why don't
remember,
we
I remember a
have stuff like
dude when Trump was running for president, a guy I worked with was a supporter, and he told me that, and I found out it was true. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not rocking with that. Why
That's not.
am I born here and I'm forced to pay taxes, but
Well,
you
I'm
come
just saying-
here and now you don't have to? That's not fair.
That's like the same with
I
the
was
phone
born
company.
here, bro.
That's like the same with the phone company.
What you mean?
If you start a new line of service,
Facts,
they give
yeah,
you crazy
exactly.
deals. But if you're already there,
Every company,
You
really,
got- yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
New
yeah, yeah.
customers always get the
That's
good shit.
fine.
The
And I'm
old
like, oh,
people,
why?
you just got to keep paying.
why?
Nah, you every time you're
Damn, that's a good
I know why,
fucking
but-
analogy. Yeah, that's a good draw between
what I'm
the two
saying?
because
See,
that's
what I
exactly
do
the
with the
same.
cable companies. Every time my thing about to be up after a year, I'm like, hey man, I'm about to switch up companies. Hey, no. We'll
Yeah.
give you this and give
Sometimes.
you free internet.
Not lately.
Yeah,
That
they
used to be
straight
the
up told
G.
me and her one time, like, all right.
Yeah, that used to be the G a few years ago, especially with telecom.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, we don't get like y'all just gonna let us walk.
A lot of these companies work
Yeah.
together, to be honest,
Yeah.
so customers can go back and forth between companies.
I remember
They're probably
back in
owned by the
days,
same person, to be honest with you.
You could probably a free phone, no problem.
Easy, right.
Just tell them I'm a leave or oh, I'll give you a free phone. I'll give you 2 free phones. Now the last year or two it was like I'm gonna leave. It'd be like all right. You know you got to pay $300 early termination fee, right?
Or we gonna hit your credit.
And then cash in them. All right,
Yeah.
I'll stay
I think they're wise enough. It has been a couple years since
because they was losing a lot of money.
yeah.
They was losing a lot of money because
Right,
they got to
yeah.
subsidize.
One thing I've
them free
noticed
phones.
in anything in history, when they create the rules and the regulations, we as people will create loopholes in them, and they'll just
Oh, yeah.
come back and try to tighten up those loopholes. You know what I mean? Over time, they're gonna.
By the way-
they'll figure out a way to police it.
Because, you know, like you said, we always going to try to figure out how to get the deal.
That's what we do. It's
You know
human
what I'm saying?
nature.
It's supposed to be for one free phone. We end up getting 5.
But at the same time, they counter that because they capitalize off of it. That's why they ask for all those customer reviews and shit like that.
Well, ultimately, yeah, because they want the subscriptions, too. Yeah, they're going to lose some money on paying for that phone, but they ultimately want the overall number of people that they got down with them to be a certain level. So, anyway.
You know,
Yo,
a
you
little
put up
bit.
the air, it's like super.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm because
It's warm in
I
here.
thought it was me and the Yingling, but
Might be menopause, bro.
It is hot in here, though. I ain't gonna lie.
all right, so y'all want to take a break?
Yeah, we can take a break
Yeah,
real
it's
quick.
80 degrees in this bitch.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? All these, people from African descent in one room is bound to be hot. Anyway, so what we going to do, we're going to play this joint by Rev the Artist.
Hey.
Another new tune called Mercy. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mercy,
feeling this.
mercy,
you know what I'm saying?
mercy.
So listen to this. We'll be right back. PRG Podcast, 950 ENT Radio.
I need to feel the vibes, man. Let's go again. You already know. This life a long road. Let's get it. Pockets was constipated, not money ovulating. The one for more haters contemplating, know I'ma make it. Exceeding expectations, attention we never gave them. Values we was raised with, kept us down to earth. But the side eyes I had you like fuck the world. Wasn't no tied eye, niggas had to go to work. They buying soul cheap, so homie know your worth. Prepare for worse, then celebrate later. No regrets for yesterday's paper. That's old news, double up from Pro Tools. Memory lane, walking in my old shoes. Tripping over nothing, cup over running. Share with your people, life don't come with sequels even when the credits roll. Souls forever gold, coulda took a better road. But life a marathon, see a lot of smiling faces when the flash is on. Devil caught us with our head down, that made your wings spread out. Law of attraction when that money smell get out. Is it real love? Kinda hard to tell now. Simple things still important, bow our heads down.
Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy me.
Dancing with the angels, moonwalking on backstabbers. Hold the fist high, this is black magic. Devil used to call us, and we would answer. Things that we would fathom, had us moving faster. Wasn't no speed limit. My cousin Sean called me Rev, I wasn't a Simmons. They gave my cousin life, that wasn't a sentence, that was the whole book. Used to chase fast food, now it's home cooked. Temptation staring in your eyes, homie, don't look. Know where that's taking you. Preacher man still hoping that he's saving you. Lead a service, turn around and make the news. It's a cycle. The bucket big, climb out, you know what life do. Pull you back in, leeches sticking to that black skin. Performing the night, hoping that it's packed in. But if only a few hear me out, it's still better than these badgers trying to tear me down. Devil caught us with our head down and made your wings spread out. Law of attraction when that money smell get out. Is it real love? Kinda hard to tell now. Simple things still important, bow our heads down.
Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy me. Oh, mercy me. Mercy, mercy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 950 NT Radio's PRGPodcast. I hope you like them tunes. That was Rev of Mercy.
Yes, sir.
Mercy, I love that song, man.
You can check that on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Make sure you give them a follow as well if you're feeling that music.
Yes,
Like
Rev
and
the
share,
artist.
like and share.
Like, share.
We got a lot of good music coming. I heard some stuff that y'all haven't heard yet out
Yeah.
there. Y'all get ready for that one.
Exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Good project coming up, definitely, yo.
You'll hear it here first.
Yeah, but we on to the next segment. What we had on the docket today was these kids and all this damn money they making.
Son, I'm low-key
Gaming,
hating.
making
I'm
all this
low-key
money
hating.
gaming, man. It's pretty crazy because, like, you know, you see that's kind of a dilemma nowadays with kids spending too much time playing video games, but now you're starting to see, and actually it's been going on for a while, which is crazy, but you're really starting to see now how much money they're making. They're making professional athlete money to play video games, and then you start seeing all these big companies getting in, like we were talking about. The NBA has its own esports league. The NBA
That's
has
crazy.
a 2K sports league,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
My Miami Heat
Contracts
have
and
an
all
esports
that.
team. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Bro, your created player can have a contract.
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
bro.
And play.
Yes.
And they have interviews and shit. Like, you dropped 70
sir.
points tonight.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I need at least 1 minute to hate.
Right.
Because I got it in my bones. I got to get it out of my heart.
Go ahead.
I work 10 hours a day
Uh-huh.
in a fucking hot-ass delivery truck,
Uh-huh.
carrying dog food, mattresses, all of the above
Heavy shit.
for 10 hours a day,
You got to take it out the truck.
6
and everything.
days a week.
6 days a week
6.
for the past 8 years. God. And I haven't even made, I haven't grossed or did nothing close to $3 million. This motherfucker played a game for half his life. and he earned $3 million.
Not even, bro. Fortnite's really been popping for the last like
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
How
It hasn't
old is
even
he?
existed that
16.
long.
He's 16 and
Wow,
won $3 million
bro.
at a Fortnite
Oh
tournament.
my!
Wow, bro.
But the thing is, not even just him getting $3 million. Second place got like 1.5. Third place got like 900,000. I think like 20th place still got like $50,000.
And most people don't even make 50,000 in a year.
What? Like,
A
come
lot of people
on,
don't.
bro. That's
a lot
crazy.
Of people don't. A lot of people don't.
And the thing is, in my mind, I was like, if I just make this amount of money, I should be good. I should be good. This nigga's playing a game.
And he,
Earned $3
But he's the
million.
best at it.
Thing is too that Fortnite got it too. You see all the
Oh my
toys they
God.
got
Yo,
now.
how much money we
or-
spend on Fortnite for our kids buying them skins,
Bro, you want me to
battle
call, you want me to call my
passes?
son in here so I can tell you how much he hit me out for Fortnite skins?
Bruh, it's
I'm like, hit me out for the other skins.
It's
Wow.
Not
wild.
Fortnite.
My kids got multiple
It's
accounts
genius.
too. Like
It's genius because they give you the game for free and then they make you pay everything.
that's
outright.
what's
the
genius
add-ons.
about it.
Yeah.
You can
Right.
play the game all day,
Right.
But what
You look
they
like a
come to
square.
realize is, I don't even know the word for. I guess human emotion. Kids, Kids don't want to play in the noob
regular.
skin,
They
the
don't wanna
default
wait.
skin,
Nah.
when everybody's got all these
Nah.
cool looking skins. They don't want to, you know
Of
what I
course
mean?
not.
He's got the nice glider. I want a nice glider
Yeah,
too.
of course. I can't
So,
get
yeah,
in
the
real
game
life.
is free and you can play, but you're
Right.
gonna look whack as fuck playing
Right.
the game. Nobody
Of
wants to
course.
look whack. You know what I
And
mean?
the thing is,
Clout.
what I noticed,
Exactly.
they make the best shit so unattainable that you have to pay for that shit. Or
Yeah.
it's literally going to take you 3 years to get
Yeah,
that
you
shit.
could never
It's just like-
go through a battle pass on Fortnite without buying it.
It's
If
like
you don't pay
2K
for it, you'll
though.
never get through it.
Just like 2K, the upgrades in 2K, you're not
yeah,
going to get them by
eventually you
playing.
get to a certain level,
Yeah.
and then it's like, all right, now you got to pay. You have to.
2K got everything. You can get all the gear, all the Jordans, all the everything. You know what I'm saying?
All your attributes, you can
Yeah,
pay for
bro.
them. Once you get to like a 90 overall, and that takes a lot of grinding.
Yeah.
After that on 2K, you can't get better. You have to pay for it.
Because back in the days with the creative player, you just pop that shit in, go to creative
Yo, you
player,
could
and make
make
a
'em
99
100.
player.
Yeah, off the
exactly.
rip, yo.
You have a whole squad of 99 niggas.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how it was back in the
now
day.
it's like you gotta either pay or you gotta grind to get up to 90, and that's
But-
crazy, bro.
It goes deeper than the 2K Sports League with the NBA and the Fortnite tournaments. There's Call of Duty tournaments. There's so many
Street Fighter.
tournaments.
Yeah.
The Street Fighter
The
tournaments
game
that
just
people
started
make
the-
a ton of money.
The game just started I think it's all the Madden tournament.
Oh, the
Oh,
game
yeah.
does have
All of
something,
them.
right? Playing Madden.
Yeah, all of them.
They've been had that though, because I
Yeah,
remember it
for
used to be a
years.
thing where they would do the championship game in Times Square on a big
Yeah,
screen Madden
yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
You niggas is playing Madden for like $100K
Yeah.
in Times Square.
But now it's just going crazy.
Yeah, like we were just talking to with the guy Ninja who left Twitch, which was
Yeah.
an Amazon company, to go to a
To the
Microsoft,
Microsoft
streaming
company.
platform just for gaming
Exclusively.
for $100 million
And bring his followers.
exclusively. And they say in the first 5 days he brought millions of followers.
Crazy.
He added millions of viewing time.
Crazy.
Yeah, just so that's why they pay him. But with all this money going around, all this shit going around, I feel like it brings a question. Do we need to still get on our kids about playing video games all the time?
It's different now.
It's such a bad stigma,
'Cause
right? Put on kids.
Back in the days, there really wasn't any end point or end game in playing the game. You beat the game, okay, yeah, but what are you going to do with your life?
Maybe go to a tournament and win, but you're not getting
Maybe
no money, right?
Maybe you might win 10. The winner, one guy gets 10 stacks, and
May-
everybody
yeah.
gets some T-shirts.
It's different now.
But now these cats is getting bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Life-changing
saying?
money.
Life.
Imagine being 14, 15 with 10 grand.
Bro,
Right.
Brad was 16 with $3 million.
Right.
Holy moly.
How here's my main thing,
That's a lot
and
of
I
money.
waited till now to bring this up. You kind of taking the power from the parents, because how you going to be a parent? You making $35,000 a year, and
Your
you going to
son
tell
just made
your
$5
son just made
million.
$5 million or $500,000 even.
Yeah.
Like I'm running
I mean, but
away.
it's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
house.
Get out the fucking house.
but you can
I pay the rent here.
Yeah.
you can compare that to childhood actors too. You know what I'm saying? Macaulay
Yeah.
Culkin was making bread when he was, you know what I'm saying, when he was
I
a
get
kid.
it.
You know what I mean?
Most of the parents be
I mean,
stealing.
I think it goes the same. The parents control the money.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
parents.
You're not
control the
giving
money.
a 16-year-old kid $3 million. Nobody is.
shit,
I don't
man.
care who you are.
I want to see these kids
Shit.
like in 5
trying
years,
to
6
negotiate
years.
my deal.
Like
Listen,
a
my kid win
documentary.
that much money. No, that would be good. Yeah, documentary to see
Yeah,
what
so-
happened.
Say-
Where are they now?
Yeah, my kids win that much money. You getting an allowance. You gonna
Yeah.
get a hefty
You have
allowance
to.
because you want a lot
'Cause
of
you know
money.
how kids are.
But you getting an allowance.
You know
Kids will buy a building
And
just
you
to put
buying our
candy in it or
house
some dumb
on
shit.
the low.
There's like
Yeah, right.
MTV did a
4-bedroom.
documentary about a guy that
3
won the
bed.
lottery, like 18-year-old. He won the lottery and he gets money like every week, and he still asks. He spends it so fast, and he don't know how to keep his money that he ends up asking his friends for money. Like,
Oh, he's
let me
wildin'.
borrow it to the next week.
Yeah,
I'm like, my G.
I'll pay you back.
Wow.
And
I'm
they're
not
like, yo,
blending you.
There's a lot of
shit.
shows like that about lottery winners, how the lottery
yeah,
curse was a
that's
show.
bad.
There was one that I saw. It was a black kid from Tampa, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He was 18 years old and he won $12 million. And he was so frugal with it, bro. He did not want to blow
I like
it.
that.
I think he blew $1 million, but investing, he wanted to start his own wrestling company.
Hey.
It didn't work out.
Hey.
He ended up moving back. After giving his mom like $1 million cash and she bought a house, he moved in with his mom. He was
Hey.
like, I was spending too much money.
Hey.
And he was like, I want to still have this money.
That's
so
smart.
he was living with his mom, like, being frugal with his money, went to college, paid his college off in full, and he was just like, yo, I want to have this money 15
Hell
years from now. He was 18,
going,
bro.
Imagine going from having
That
all
wouldn't
those
have been me.
millions to being broke.
Yeah.
Imagine
That's
how mentally
trash, yeah.
that might fuck with a person. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, I know me at 18, I probably would have blew
oh, hell yeah.
$12 million.
He would have
yeah.
had 5 Caprices.
I would have
One
no
would
money right now.
Louis and
Yeah, I
Terry.
would have no money right now, bro.
One
Bunch
got
of pictures
Louis.
though, like, yo,
One
look, this was me 8 years ago,
Back in the
bro.
day, bro.
Nigga
One
said,
got Louis, one
had
got
it,
Gucci,
I
one
had
got
it.
Fendi.
This is the white one with Gucci. This is the red one with Louis. And
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I remember when I got a lawsuit for an accident, bro. I got $8,000, and I thought that was like $1 million
Son.
to me, bro. That shit went so
fast, right? It's like nothing.
Like within 2 months, it was gone. I was like, oh, what the hell just happened?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy though, man, because no matter how much money you got, if you don't know how to spend that shit,
Correct.
that shit gonna fly the same.
Oh, yeah.
Same
yeah.
way. You know what I'm saying? Because
Definitely.
this me speaking personally. I always had that goal in my mind. Of like, if I make this much,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be good. I've made that much. Still not good.
Yeah, I've had it happen a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can make this amount an hour, I'm good. Then you start getting that, and you're like, man, this ain't shit.
Well, that kind of goes with the more money, more problems type of situation.
100%.
The more money,
100%.
the more income. Well, no, I can afford this. Instead of paying this much for rent, I can pay this much for rent.
Yeah,
you
and
know
that's
what I'm
that's
saying?
where you fuck
And
yourself
that's how
over.
people
Yeah.
fuck
But at the
themselves
same
up.
time,
Not saying that's what you do, but I'm
that's
just saying.
what I do. But
But
at the
we
same-
all do in reality.
But at the same time, like in that equation, I didn't factor in kids because
Correct.
that's the most.
Oh yeah.
Like,
the most
that's-
unaccounted
can't
for
calculate
expense.
that.
Nah.
You can't calculate that. You know what I mean?
Because you never know when they really need something. That's the thing
Yeah.
about kids. They need shit at random ass times. That's
You would
what
have never
sucks.
thought before that you would have had to be putting money aside for Fortnite. You know what I'm saying?
That's why these kids need to keep playing Fortnite and get better and make this money. You know what
At least, I
mean?
mean, if they're going to play, you know what I'm saying, I think that we need to let these kids understand how to be a little more financially responsible.
This is
Give
a-
them the tools that they need to spend this money properly.
There's this little Spanish boy that he be making like bread just doing toy reviews. And he has his own like
Yeah, he's got like a $15 million deal
Yeah.
for certain toy
Crazy.
companies. And
Nuts,
shit, yeah.
man.
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna tell you how much you made right
You
now.
go
Keep
to
talking.
He's
you go
been
to
doing that.
Walmart and he has like when the candy like when you about to go out in the register.
Checkout?
Yeah, checkout. You know how they have all the little things to catch you. He has little like slime and little things like that. So you
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's
All
been
right,
doing it for a long time now.
So this guy, this little kid called Ryan, he's
It's a Spanish kid, right?
he looks
He looks
more
like-
looks more Hawaiian.
Yeah, he looks
Oh,
like
okay,
a little
okay.
Polynesian.
Yeah, it looks Asian
Okay.
kind of looking. Yeah,
How much do you think his net worth is?
I think it was
I'd say like
30, 20 million.
20 million.
15, 20? 15,
Yeah.
20? That's all? That's
Yeah.
40.
80.
Damn.
Shit.
$80 fucking million for opening up toys.
You want
now,
to see
don't
a
get
time.
me
You need to
wrong.
put Nevaeh on a fucking camera, bro.
Don't get me wrong. I tried to open a couple Transformer toys back in the day when I bought them for my son. That shit was hard as fuck. But it's
Nah,
not
bro.
$80 million hard.
Nah, son.
It's the following.
Pause.
It's the following.
You should have said
I
You know how
mean-
many kids watch his videos
yeah,
though?
yeah. It's all marketing.
Yeah, that's all that is. That's marketing. If he opens up a toy on his YouTube channel, your toy's
bunch of
gonna
kids.
sell
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah.
Just how it goes.
And like we were saying earlier, you know, the TV numbers are going down. So all these companies that need to market it and get their message out to people,
This is who they gotta
they
go
go
to.
into Twitch. They
If
go
it's a
into
kid,
YouTube
fuck it,
followers.
yeah.
They go into wherever the people is at. That's where they go to peddle their goods.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. That's what's.
You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, so again, we come back to the question: do you let your kids stay inside and play games all day nowadays? Kids don't need to go outside and play basketball, or football, play
I mean,
the
you
trumpet.
still gotta.
You have to limit it.
Yeah.
You got to put some order.
It's about balance.
It can get
man.
out of hand, you know.
I think you got to look at esports like you look at regular sports. A lot of people good, not everybody going to make
That's
it.
true too.
Very true.
That's true
Everybody
too.
gonna
But
make
that's
it.
probably
True.
even a
You know what I'm
smaller.
saying?
You might just get fat in that chair and be 30.
Glad you brought
Yeah,
it up.
that's
That's,
a-
my only
health.
problem with this.
Correct.
Is health.
Correct.
At the end of the day, a kid can't sit inside all day every day.
Correct.
It's just like and it applies to anything. If you're a truck driver, anybody who's got truck driving family members, they're all fucked up. Their backs are fucked up, hips are fucked up because you sit in a fucking truck for 16 hours a day driving. It's not healthy.
Right.
They're fat. They're out of
Even
shape.
the
They
heads.
eat nasty.
Right.
Mine ain't right because
Right.
you driving around all
Just
fucking day
in your
thinking
head,
about God
thinking
knows
about shit.
what.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it got to be a balance.
It's not good regardless. Not just video games. So yeah, that's where I agree with that, and I think that's the best argument with don't let your kids sit around all fucking day and play video games, bro. It's not healthy physically and mentally. They got to get out and do other things. But I do think that the stigma and the stereotype of kids nowadays just sit in the house all
That's
day.
gone.
That needs to be out the window, bro. These kids can make more money than you've ever made in your
Correct.
life playing video games.
Correct.
For all you know, your kid is a beast on, and they don't. And that's the thing. Like they don't have to be good. This is the crazy thing. A lot of guys that my kids watch on Fortnite YouTube videos, and I'm sure your kids watch these same popular guys. They're not the best at Fortnite.
They just got to have that hook.
They have a great personality.
Correct.
They make funny videos. They got like I've seen. There's a guy that the kids like to watch that his mom is a part of it and the dad. And it's a whole family thing. And like you know, the mom will get on. They do challenges and Fortnite and whatnot. He's not the best player, but he can sell it.
It's
and
the experience.
he's got the channel with the tons of subscribers and he's making money. You know what I mean? So my point is that the kids they don't necessarily have to be the best.
True.
But maybe, you know, if your kid is good at a game or good at, you know, vlogging, whatever, like it's a different era. I think that nowadays as adults, as, you know, parents, everybody should adjust with the times and understand that this is a way to make money too. This is a way to be successful too. It's okay for your kid to play games maybe 2-3 hours a day instead of going outside and going to practice for, like, you know, with Josiah. I think he's got a good balance of both on his own. He can sit in the house and play Fortnite for three fucking hours, and then he'll go outside and shoot the ball for an hour. He's seen it, where he'll be in the house. When he gets there, Josiah's in the room playing games, and all of a sudden you hear the ball bouncing outside. He just gets bored and he'll go outside and shoot the ball. He does that on his own. Like, I'm not going to take credit for that. He does that on his own. But I think that style is the way it should be forced upon a kid. Okay, you get X amount of hours a day to play the game. And also as parents to like, because I've heard parents say, well, my kid doesn't say I want to play in this tournament, so, you know, I don't think they're taking it serious. Well, my son has never said to me that, hey, Dad, I want to play AAU.
Yeah, you have to take that
I took him to
Right.
So you should, okay,
Introduce
hey, my kid likes
them
to play
that.
games. Let me find some other tournaments. Let's put him in. You never know how good your kid might be. There might be a local tournament or something he can get into online. You help him get into it. Fuck, he might top 5, top 10 for all you know. Oh, shit, you know, maybe you're better than we thought you were. You never know till you get him out there.
You can't take the old school mentality
Yeah, I
towards
think it
this
should be
in today's society.
Yeah.
I think just like with anything else, I don't think we should treat it specially. I think we're just talking about it because it's newer thing.
It's new.
But just like with anything, if your kids show interest in it, should push them.
Yeah,
You know what
why
I'm saying?
not?
But
Why
at
not?
the same time, like I'll speak for my son. My son, he doesn't like getting beat. So he'll
Good thing, though. You can harness that.
I can harness it, but when I try to harness it, it's like I put it on a different level. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I've had that issue, too.
But
I have that with my youngest.
Yeah, but so
Oh, he wants to quit.
They want
yeah,
to play all day, but not
yeah.
competitively.
yeah. If he gets
yeah.
smashed,
Yeah, there's a
he'll
way
give
to
up.
play Fortnite where there's no competition. There's not even like when I'm talking about, like they can get whatever gun they want, they can do whatever they want. There's nothing hard about it. They're just playing the game all day.
Yeah.
I don't let my youngest do that anymore. I stopped because I realized you're really playing this game for nothing. If you're gonna play it, you have to at least try and be good at it and be competitive at
True.
it. You know what I mean?
True.
So I give them little incentives to be competitive.
Because if they don't, you know what I'm saying, if there's no end game, then you're really taking it back to the old school.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
You're
that's
not gonna
why
sit
people
here
would
and-
sit here and
yeah.
say, you know, yeah, you completed level 5, but what about your education? What you gonna
What
do?
level?
With your
You
future?
completed level 5, but you were playing on rookie or the
Right,
easy.
right.
No, play on hard.
Right.
You love the game, play on hard and be good at it.
And
You know
now
what I mean?
today there is a end. You know what I'm saying? It's not just what I'm gonna do. Stop playing the game and go study and go to college and have mad student loan debt and come out and make $30,000 a year.
Right.
When I could play this game and maybe make $100 million or whatever.
Or you
know
can
what I'm
make
saying?
$30,000 a year just
playing the game.
being on Twitch and being a half
Right.
decent following.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is too much of anything is not good.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
as long as it's regulated, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you play a certain amount of hours a game. Still need to go outside and jog or play or do some actual labor.
Yeah.
You still got to do your chores. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
you still got to
yeah,
move
yeah,
around because
yeah.
what's the use of having $10 million if you weigh 400 pounds at 15? You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is playing games and eating Cheetos.
If you get $3 million, you can pay to get that shit removed.
Nah,
Not at 16. They ain't no doctor finna operate on you at that age.
That's all right. You gonna
You want gastric bypass and you're not
At
even through
16.
puberty?
That's all right.
What's wrong with you?
my nuts ain't even dropped yet. I got
Yeah, you ain't have all your hair yet,
So,
boy.
as soon as you turn 18, go ahead and get that Kanye West liposuction.
Stop it. But anyway. But yeah, you know, I think it's a good thing as long as it's monitored and not too much, just like anything.
It's just it's something new, like Cutter was saying, something new. But I think it's just something that we, as a society, got to stop talking so bad about, looking down on so much, and trying to. People get so kids want to play video games or they go outside. Well, guess what? They can play video games. That's fine.
I mean, hey,
you know
let
what
them
I mean?
play
Like,
video games.
Let them play, bro. That's okay.
I mean, hey.
Times change, man.
Yeah, I grew up playing video games.
Long
I
as
don't know
it has-
why people of my age act like we
Correct.
didn't play games. The
Correct.
games became big in my generation.
Correct.
Like, how many consoles came out when we was coming up?
All of them.
And-
Come on, yeah,
Basically.
Dreamcast. I was telling my son the other day, I was like, you ever heard of Dreamcast? He's like, what the hell's that? I'm like,
Yeah,
but that's
shit,
when
if you
2K
had-
first came out was on
Shit.
Dreamcast.
If you had Dreamcast back in the day, you was
But another thing, adding
was
on
a
top
champion.
Of it, one of the reasons why my mom usually told me to go outside, it was because of social interaction.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to get out, go talk to the next door neighbors, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You don't need that shit anymore. You got that shit online.
That's
YB
true,
and
too.
Corday, he met his group off of an Xbox Live chat.
wow.
Did they
You know what I'm
really?
saying? Yeah.
Them kids
That's
are funny.
interesting.
Too. They do nothing but crack on
And
each
I
other.
like dude
Yeah,
YB and Court.
he's
Yeah,
a real
I do
dude.
too.
But that just goes to show
Smart
that
young dude.
You,
Yeah.
you don't. It's bad to say, but you don't got to go outside for interaction anymore. You
interact in
that's just
school.
why we do the same.
I mean,
It is cool.
You
but
right.
We do the same thing.
But even
But
then,
we
I
do
mean, I
gotta
feel like
monitor
that's
that,
kind of
though.
a whack general statement to say, go outside and talk to your neighbors. I don't have neighbors. Real
Don't fuck
shit.
with
You
my
know where I
neighbors.
live. I have nobody live next to me, and I got woods on the other side. The people across the street from me don't have kids.
I do think that there
What the hell
is
I'm gonna tell my kid to go outside
value.
for?
I do think though what we talking about and is all true, but I also do feel that there is value in human interaction. You know
I
what I'm
do
saying?
too.
It's certain skills.
And I do think it's not good to get all interaction from online because it's
Correct.
different than when you face
correct,
to face.
especially
Gotta be organic.
understanding how
I
to
agree with that.
talk to people and deal with people in certain face-to-face situations. You do need that. But again, just like anything, long as it's moderated, you know what I'm saying? I think the game.
I mean,
is
do y'all
cool.
so y'all agree with the fact that though it's okay for kids to play games
I think
and
so
it can
too.
be a
Yes.
career path?
I think so too.
but with balance. Like,
Yeah, with balance and
Anything else,
moderation.
right, like with anything.
right.
You treat it like any other sport. Like if
Correct.
you're fucking up in school, you're not going to play sports.
Correct.
It's
Correct.
Treat it just like that.
How do you guys feel about it in the aspect of like, because you know how Trump said that the video games is the reason why
That's the
violence.
stupidest thing I've ever heard in my
Because
life.
niggas been violent
That's
for,
the
since the
dumbest shit I've
beginning
ever
of.
heard. Yeah,
There was no fucking
nah, it's stupid.
video games back in the back in the days, and niggas
All
was
the wars
still,
that we had before fucking video games
Yeah.
even were invented.
Trust
Like,
me,
come
the
on.
shit they do in real life is way more.
Dudes back in the
Correct.
day used to have
Video
real
games.
deal shootouts where you
Yeah.
back to back and then you walk and turn around
yeah,
and shoot
yeah,
at each
10
other.
paces.
You
Yeah,
gotta do
yeah,
that
yeah.
to play video games.
Right, when
Get the
somebody
fuck
actually
outta here.
dies.
Yeah, where niggas really get shot. Like our presidents used to do that shit. Like,
Any
how was
excuse.
video games making people
That's
violent?
just an excuse, bro.
We were the Wild Wild West. It's
Because
not-
they don't wanna
did
talk
anybody
about
know what
the
that
reality.
Was? Yeah, the Wild Wild West was literally everybody going crazy shooting each other.
And a lot of and America was kind of known for that. The Wild Wild
yeah,
West.
the
You know what I'm
Cowboys were
saying?
known
Cowboys,
for.
right.
We get into an argument. Bow, I'm gonna
Right.
kill
We
you,
go out
and there's
to the town
nobody
square.
around.
Right.
Yeah, like
They-
whatever.
and it was almost like it was nothing.
They literally just made a game about it called Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, and that's a
Same
hit.
again. You put me on
Yeah,
too.
guess what? Guess what? You kill a nigga, somebody see you, you kill him too. Nobody knows.
Yeah. If there's nobody around, like a lot of people ain't around, you're not in the town center or whatever.
Just ride off on your horse.
You just gotta you get on your horse and ride off.
Like
I
Lil
mean,
Nas X minus the penis.
I'm like, I don't think personally, and you know, my view is, I'm sure it's a small view, but I don't think that anybody could really, if you train right in the home, you know what I'm saying, and you got the right role models around you, I don't see how a video game is going to influence you to go out and actually move from the video game
Just like the music.
to killing people.
Yeah.
If anything, the video game it was more of a therapy because you'll do
Yeah.
it in the video game, but not in
Correct.
real life.
Correct. Now, if you ain't got the right foundation, I guess anything can set you in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? But
it's all about mental health at the end of the day, man. Just,
know what I'm saying?
like Charlamagne always say, hurt people hurt people.
right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, those
That's true.
motherfuckers is fucked up.
Right.
So they gonna hurt other people.
I mean, these cats out here with the mass shootings that just because they mad at whatever, they're gonna pick up a weapon and go kill a bunch of people in a Walmart or a movie theater. They sick. They got problems. Not to say that that's an excuse, but they got problems. It's not the video games.
Yeah.
They need to be dealt with, and that problem needs to be addressed.
I for one, quick conspiracy theory, not conspiracy, but I just think the media has made it worse on mass. Most of these guys are now doing mass shootings for the name.
Probably.
That's all they're doing it for.
Yeah.
They want to go down in a blaze
look
of
what happens
glory.
with
They're
everybody
already
else.
sick in the head.
Right.
I want to go down famous like the Columbine shooters
Right.
and these guys and that guy.
Look at the guy that said he killed Kennedy, but people say he never killed Kennedy. He just wanted to be famous, to be
That's
known that he killed
crazy.
Kennedy.
He wanna be known.
There's a whole documentary
That's crazy,
on Netflix
bro.
about that. People call
Yeah.
copycats.
Yeah.
That there'll be like a serial killer or something, and they'll come out and admit to it, and they didn't even fucking do it.
Yeah.
They just want the fame and to be thought of as a murderer.
I have a cousin.
crazy.
You know what's crazy? I have a cousin, Justina's brother. He ended up, he didn't even do it. It was a shootout. Like the guy shot up the whole block, and he took the blame.
Why?
And the cops actually
Was
went.
that his friend or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it was like his friend or something. He didn't even take the. Like, I don't know if the situation was, but he didn't do it. He wasn't even there.
Wow.
And the
Took
cops
blame for
actually
it.
looked at the evidence.
Yeah.
Luckily, they looked into it. They were like, "Yo, you wasn't even there."
That's what happens
That's
every
crazy.
time. That's what the documentary's on. It's crazy because I'm kind of glad that the cops do take the time to
Right.
still go back and look at the evidence and go, "You're bullshitting. You didn't fucking do this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just crazy that people would do that.
What color was the person that you looked it up? Was it a white dude?
Most of them were white.
Yeah, they're not doing no research for no niggas.
It's mostly white.
Yeah,
guys.
my cousin's
So you
Spanish,
said you did it?
green
Go ahead.
eyes. So yeah.
He's cute. We'll do a little background study.
Wow. A little background
I
study.
don't think he did this, but
Wow,
but yeah.
son.
So I mean, I guess the end result on that one is it's okay to let your kids game. You know what I mean?
Again,
In
You know,
moderation.
with
yeah,
that, with moderation, with
Yeah.
supervision.
I think it should be treated like every other sport, though. Honestly, like 'cause I've had, with my oldest son, he takes basketball very serious, and there's been times where we've gotten out of practice 10 o'clock. Y'all seen me come here after a game that was at 10. I didn't get here till midnight, and I'm with my 11-year-old, and I've
Right.
had people say things about that. Kids up too late. Why is he up at midnight? And I'm like, he's playing basketball. You know what I
and
mean?
he's with his father.
Yeah, he's with
matter.
my days playing
It's
basketball.
not like you out on the block or
Yeah, no,
doing
I feel
some
like
dumb
I've gone
shit.
to work and been like, yeah, I was up. My son got out of practice 10:30, dropped him off, and get home till midnight. Hey, why is your kid up at 10:30 at night? I'm like, he's playing ball. But then I look at that as well as well, if he was playing a video game, would it be worse? If I was saying, oh, he's playing video games, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, that's fine.
you know what I mean? Like, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, people will. I mean, does it make a difference? I guess because like I can say, hey, he's playing basketball. He was at practice. We had a game.
Right.
Everything is cool. Now, if I tell you, yeah, my son was up till 10:30 on a Thursday night on school night, he was up till 10:30 playing video games. Is that accepted?
I mean,
No, it's not. I don't think
Nah,
it doesn't
I
sound the
said
same
that's
either,
sarcastically, By
right?
the way, that was supposed to be.
I mean,
sarcasm.
hanging out, playing. You can't really control the game time and what time it ends.
Yeah.
So you can't really do
It is
anything
hard
to
to do
avoid
that,
that.
yeah.
You can avoid your
I'm
child.
talking about
You ain't got to
take his TV
say.
out his room at night.
Well,
or
you know,
something,
just
what I mean?
he got a curfew. Hey, bro,
Yeah.
you could play. I'm cool with you playing, but you
Yeah.
ain't playing past 9:30. You know what I'm saying? So you could control that. That's your house. You can't really control the basketball. You know, you still want them to be involved.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
Like
I'm
our
saying?
parents back in the day when with the computer, everybody had to take turns with the computer.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, this time to this time, after that, shut it down.
It's like every time I get on the computer after Fred, it's always sticky.
Yo. I
There's so
wonder
many
why.
pop-up ads. What's going
wonder-
on?
It's moving very slow.
Mad viruses.
Oh, man. Nah, porn wasn't even like that on computer back in the day.
Nah,
it
you
was,
used to
it was
print-
still
you used to print it
TV,
out.
DVD.
Yeah, I used to
all
print
that.
anyway.
Talk, yo.
We do though, man. I missed the last episode, man. I wasn't able to make it. I know y'all was talking. Cutter got trying to get his GoFundMe for his life partner that we're trying to get
I
for
was-
him.
This is
Son
my-
put the whole link out there.
I was
Is it up yet? Did you,
Nah,
I
I was
didn't.
remembering
He
I
from.
was drunk that episode. I woke up the next day and
He was at my house the next day. Like, I'm gonna regret a lot of what
Yeah.
I said. I know.
yeah, I thought about it the next day. I was
Great.
like,
That's why I said I can't wait
were
to
we
hear
talking
it.
about
man.
$6 and prosthetic penises?
we was talking about that.
Yeah.
I heard
for
you
the
brought
most
it up.
part.
Yeah,
Fred.
there's a lot of dick talking here, man.
Dick talk.
Pause.
How much
Fred
time we got on
Savage.
that?
We got a minute, so let's
right,
go ahead
cool.
and hit this
Yeah,
break
we hit
up.
a break.
You know what I'm saying?
Come back with a little lighter subject.
Yeah. So it's we're gonna
Music.
play a tune by my man Kuko Cigar called "Actin Crazy."
Hey.
This one is featuring Rev the artist. One of the tunes we play on this podcast. So take a listen, and we be right back with our next segment, PRG Podcast, 950 NT Radio.
Hey, 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 hey.
Coco. Chip, and she said, I want daddy, I want daddy. Tell him I want daddy, and then she's speaking to my ear. I really don't know what she means. She's talking about that extra, but she's talking about that D. If she's talking about that demo, when you out and talk to me. Cause I've been on the road, mama, no education. I've been on the road, mama, no vacation. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Tell him I want to kill it, but I know felonies. I'm feeling nice. Yeah, I'm racing out of my daydream, slipping into my nightmare like Freddy Krueger can't break me. Candyman can't take me. Things aren't as they seem. Hair's orange on that green, full grown like an athlete. People act like they don't know and get back lean. Never sipped on that lean. No crack, but I crack spleens. Spit crack for the crack fiends in a Cadillac, make back beans. This flow with a track leads for the fish bowl with a trap is. Cops got that fish net. People at target practice, making a deal with an undercover cop that's that catfish. And what's under that mattress? Make a fat chick do a backflip. Oh no, don't catch this. This that die slow won't go. No, not with no aspirin. Hit you harder than Castro. These 28-year-old cashes. Clay. And I've been on the road, mama, no education. I've been on the road, mama, no vacation. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy.
I shot the sheriff, I lose it when I am paranoid. It's 100 pair of titties, what you staring for? She doing yoga, is paying off. Remind me of Niagara Falls. 3 a.m. is not your average call. 5 a.m. on the road, not your average prayer, but I thank the Lord. Foolish pride is a color we can't ignore. Shopping for something not in store, but that don't stop me from popping tags. Replaying my childhood and what I couldn't have, I was content though. Take me off the bench, coach. You don't see my fucking potential. Fuck the world and its menstrual. I'm back on my BS capital punishment with a capital TS in the back of the act. Will they actually free us? Pass me the cocaine, pass me the Nina, give me a corner, come arrest me, give me a plea, repossess European. These possessions, TV told me I need them. I'm American dreaming, sipping lean with Percocets. Can't believe I'm still breathing. They say become a doctor. Will these women stay freaking, or will I marry a woman while I'm studying the bar? She be out there freaking with a rapper that spit a bar about our marriage this evening. I had your bitch on me. Worldwide mirror. This only the beginning. This only the beginning.
And I've been on the road, mama, no education. I've been on the road, mama, no vacation. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Tell him I. 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 Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. Yeah, that's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. I've been on the road, mama, no edging, no edging. I've been on the road, mama, no vape, no vape. I've been on hold, like calling radio station. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Yeah, tell him
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is 950 ENT Radio's PRG Podcast. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
We bike.
We were talking about top 3 MCs, like
Top 3 NCs.
That's the hot topic, right? Top 50.
Yeah. But I'm kind of easing off that because a lot of people throwing out fucking random names, but there's
Who
no.
put Joe Budden top 3?
That was,
Who was that?
Joe
It was
Budden
some
himself.
podcast that put that together.
Oh, okay. I thought Joe Budden.
I mean, Joe Budden is nice.
No.
He's nice, but not top 3.
But there is no kind of limitations or like people literally Sugar Hill Gang and Lil Nas X. Yeah, those are the 2 best rappers.
Wow.
I'm not saying per se that those 2 people are named, but this just shows the diversity and
the wildness.
Yeah, the wildness. So
I think it is subjective. It's your opinion.
it's subjective.
So, it's whatever you listen to.
So
that's your top 50.
So I'm scrolling through my black-owned
Eh.
music app called
True that.
Tidal.
Actually, half white owned. Sprint owns half of it. Just saying.
Wow.
I'll take Barack Obama over Donald Trump any day.
You stupid, son.
So they got a list on here named Respect the Classics. And a lot of these are questionable at best. So I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to name a couple of them, and I want to see if y'all agree with it or not. And these are, like, I'm not going to name I'm going to name some of the obvious ones. Like, they got Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted.
I think that gets it. I mean, not that I know many songs off of that or anything like that, but I know the impact it had and what what it is. So I would say it deserves to be.
Yeah,
a
you got to
classic.
put it on a classic.
Yeah, that's
list.
before my time at least.
Mm-hmm. They got the Hot Boys, Guerrilla
Come on,
Warfare.
man. You already know Guerrilla
Yeah, that's
Warfare is
classic.
man. What?
You can't say that, Black Lad. 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago,
Why you can't say that?
because 2 weeks ago you embarrassed me.
No.
That was your fault. all right?
And they got MF Doom, Operation Doomsday.
I don't know anything about MF Doom.
Doom is alright. I can't say if that's a classic, but I've been listening to a little bit of him lately.
I can't even say how's that a classic. I never even heard of this guy.
I mean, but
You never heard of MF Doom to do with the
It was before our
the
time,
mask?
I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he is, but probably before y'all time a little bit.
though. Yeah, I think.
But he still got cult following.
Yeah. But I'm gonna name some of the newer albums that we will most likely know because I to be honest with you, I never heard of MF Doom either. I have never heard one of his songs, but if they say it's a classic, I'm gonna have to agree with them. So here are some of the newer ones: Kanye West, 808s, and Heartbreak.
I don't like that.
They put that on the classic list, but not his other joints.
Yeah, like
That-
College Dropout,
Wow.
No,
Late
they put some of-
Registration.
they
Wow.
put some of them. They got Late Registration on here, and also my Dark Twisted.
I don't like
Fantasy.
that one either.
Let me tell you, I like that one,
I
but
don't.
that one, the 808s and Heartbreaks actually grew on me later. When it first came out, I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? But that album shaped the way music sounds today, though.
But
I think so with the singing and the beats and shit.
But
That's
do-
what a
but-
lot of people say.
But do you think that just because we're so used to the auto-tune sound that it's more palatable now? That it's
Maybe.
easily digestible now? Just
Maybe I
because-
should go back and listen to it. I just didn't like it when it came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at first I
But-
didn't like it when it came out.
But
either,
that was
but
when
it
they
grew on me.
first started using, auto-tune.
Yeah, and I hated that shit at first. It's grown on me.
I think I did too. But all right, so let's go down the list. Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
classic.
I think that's his
Definitely.
best album too, personally.
Jay-Z, 444.
Classic.
Yeah.
It has some
I
class.
need more time.
It has
to
some
say.
classic.
I think it is a little
moments.
too
Too early, right?
I think it's a little too early.
Yeah.
It's a little too fresh. It's not that old, bro.
Yeah.
I would say Lauryn Hill, but we already know.
I downloaded Tidal just for 444 just to hear it.
Wow.
That was the only way you could listen to it, and I
Yeah.
wanted to listen to it.
Mission
Yeah.
accomplished,
You
Jay-Z.
can listen to
Good
Facts,
marketing.
he got
You
me
said
for it,
Lauryn
man.
Hill?
Yeah,
Lauryn-
everybody knows.
Bro,
Yeah, of course.
That is
Hands
a super
down.
classic.
Definitely
Yeah.
classic.
She's still touring today off
People
Late, but still.
people put her like top 15 just off of that one album.
that. Yeah, no facts. And she probably deserves it, bro.
Yeah,
that album
it's
is
crazy.
fire.
I get that to her.
Come
Jeezy,
on.
The Recession.
The Recession.
We all know
Classic?
101 is a classic.
Yeah, 101 is definitely. I don't know if the Recession is I like the Recession. Though.
I
My
like-
president
I-
is black.
The reason I
Lambo
think
blue.
That's
well,
that.
what
I like that joint.
What Dick defines a classic in my mind is that if I listen to it, it puts me like I remember exactly where I was when I heard it, and I fuck with all the songs on there. I can put this Jeezy on, this Recession, not skip a track.
That's what's
and
up.
every track will bring me back to a moment in my life. That's what I
some music,
consider.
yeah.
I'll be honest
There you
with
go.
you. I was a huge Gucci fan, and that's when Jeezy and Gucci were beefing. And when Jeezy dropped the Recession, I couldn't help but fuck with it. And I was on Gucci Mane hard. I was like, yo, this Jeezy is slapping, bro.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess it is a classic. I would say that's a
The
classic.
Diplomats.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
Dipset at all,
like
so I
Dipset, you
can't.
crazy.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I know
they
they
had their
changed the
time.
game and all that, but I didn't never like them.
No.
as a
Ever.
collective, as a group, when you look at the product that they put out, yeah, definitely classic. Individually, I'm not too hyped on none of
I'll
them.
agree with you on
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
Yeah.
Because they changed the sound. You know,
They
with the
changed
sped
the
up
look.
samples.
They changed the
They
lot.
changed the look.
People
the
wanted to
sound.
be them.
Yeah, correct. So that's definitely a
Everybody
classic.
started dressing
It's
like
different.
Jim Jones.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's different to
Like
listen to the
Rockstar.
music.
Correct.
But yeah, when people want to beat, they want to dress like you, they want to talk
Correct.
like you.
Correct.
They did that.
It's
I give them
undeniable.
that. Yeah,
It's undeniable.
I give them
They
that.
changed the culture of hip hop.
Yo, I hated that when dudes was rocking like the skull chains with the
Yeah,
iced
yeah,
out
rock and
face.
roll
Yeah,
shit.
like
Big
they was on
belts.
that rock star type shit. Like that was all diplomats.
But
then,
they
dog.
brought it out. They brought
Yeah.
it to the people, and the people fuck
You know,
with it.
Jim Jones's girl was the one that designed him to look
Oh,
like that.
for real?
And at first he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and then he just ran with it, got comfortable in it.
I fuck with Chrissy. She's a She's a G.
I remember
in her
watching
own
them
right.
on Love and Hip Hop or whatever they was on.
Pretty much started that shit.
Yeah, they were like the originals of it. I fucked
Love
with
and Hip
them.
Hop.
Here's
I
a-
liked her too. She seemed like a
Yeah.
boss chick. She
Yeah,
didn't
a
take
real
no
boss,
shit. Yeah, I
strong
like the
woman.
way
Very
she
strong
carried
woman.
herself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a
I
surprising
love
one to
women
me.
like that.
Here's the one that surprised me. Waka Flocka Flame. Flockavelli.
I really can't
No,
speak
bro,
on
what
it.
hits he had on there? Give me a track list real quick.
Who's that, dog?
Don't
Go
play
Hard
none
in the
of them.
Paint?
Don't play none of them.
Hard in the Paint.
Yeah.
That was
That was a fire joint.
Yeah.
No Hands.
Look,
That's
nah,
another
no
fire
hands.
joint.
Damn, it might be. What the fuck? 2
Yeah.
hits already.
I don't know the rest of these.
Just read them out.
All right, so I'll read Bustin' at 'em. Hard in the Paint. TTG, Train to Go.
Wow, it's crazy you say that because NBA YoungBoy and him and Kevin Gates got a song called TTG, Train to Go.
Oh,
And
wow.
I thought they came up with that. They stole that from Flocka.
Steal it.
Bang, No Hands, Brick Squad,
I remember.
Fuck the Club Up, Homies, Grove Street Party. I remember that one.
And he has a lot of
We got a couple of tunes.
a lot of
He's
radio
got
stuff
some hits on there. Yeah,
Damn.
that's like 3
Oh,
of them
Let's Do
already.
It.
That's
Damn,
another
that's
joint.
4.
Yeah, damn, son.
Wow,
Might
that
be a
probably is a
classic.
classic. When you talking about 4 hits,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
damn, shout out to Flocka.
He's still performing
Yo.
off of that album.
Yeah,
by
he
the
is
way.
though. Hard in the
crazy.
Paint, he could perform that anywhere pretty
Anywhere.
much.
All right, let's go. Kendrick Lamar again, the Untitled Unmastered album. How many of you guys heard
Never
that?
even heard that. What is
That
that?
I
shit
even-
It's classic.
is fire. Do you?
real?
Do,
Is
do
that
you-
new?
yeah.
What does that rank as far as?
It came out in 2017 after To Pimp a Butterfly, which is also on the list of classics. On
Is
here.
it all original tracks?
It's original tracks, but
Okay.
their sound quality
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
the
yeah.
best. But it's
It's
fire.
the purpose of it, right?
It's fire. Tyler the Creator, Goblin.
I don't know anything about Tyler the Creator.
I don't really rock
honestly.
with him, so I
Yeah, I don't know
can't-
nothing
He's
about
Good
his music.
lyrically, but he gets too silly. That's what throws
Yeah.
me off.
That's
Yeah,
the see when I
yeah.
listened to him back in the day. I remember listening to a track where lyrically he was good, but he was talking about running away from the cops on a cheetah, like just wild shit. I was like, wait, people want to hear this stupid ass shit?
Caucasians.
It was wild.
No, that shit is hilarious, though. I never even heard it. Just what you said, running away from
But that's
the
what
cops
he
on
was
a
talking
cheetah.
about for real. Yeah,
That shit is hilarious.
It
But
was wild.
he has a really good ear and he's lyrically dope, but he just
I've heard that whole clique of his, that Odd Futures, what they call
Yeah.
is really, really, really talented. Like those kids are
They're
really good.
unique. It's a unique sound. They definitely.
Would you
have
say
it.
they're talented though? You think
They-
even though they're
they-
unique, are they
I mean,
creative?
Nah, they're creative, bro.
They're
gotta-
creative, but
It's not going to be
something
everybody's
I rock
cup
with.
of tea.
Right.
You
Put
know
it that
what I'm
way.
saying?
You know
He's
what I'm
talking
saying?
about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can agree that he's lyrical, like Fred said, and that he's creative. It's just not for me.
He's in the same camp as Frank Ocean and that band
Yeah,
called
yeah,
The
yeah,
Internet.
yeah. He signed
And-
Frank Ocean, didn't
Yeah,
he?
all that. So they.
I mean, I could appreciate the creativity just for the spirit of creativity.
Right.
But it's just not my
I
type
got
of
you. I
material.
100% agree with you on
Personal.
that. Yeah, I'm the same boat.
You know what I'm saying?
Next up, we got Young Thug, Barter 6.
Yeah. You know who put me on that was Darshawn.
Yeah.
Bro, he got songs on there that slap.
Yeah, he
bro.
do. He do.
All right, so are we willing
Slapping.
to say that Young Tug is actually...
Young
Young
Tug.
Tug.
Yeah. Is that an accident?
Pause.
Yo, I don't even want to finish
Yeah,
my thoughts, so let's
yeah.
just keep going.
Let's just move on. This nigga said Young Circle Jerk.
I did not say that.
Young Tug.
Oh, man.
Young
you.
Tug, bro. Has anyone ever made a Freudian slip
Yeah,
like
I
that?
know.
That's
I have.
horrible,
I
bro.
said, remember I said 50 Shades of Gay? Yo, Black immediately said, what movie is that? Whoa.
That's a different show.
It's a different show.
50 Shades of Gay,
Yeah.
starring Young Tug.
Wow. Yeah, we should be porn
All right,
movie
all right.
title list.
You came
Cutter,
up with that.
can
You
you
came up with
please-
that too fast.
Can you please take us
Drake and
somewhere else?
Future. What a time to be alive.
Classic.
That was a
Nah.
shit. It might be,
Now-
man. It has some hits
Okay.
on
Read
there.
it out to me.
Big rings.
Hits,
I'm just gonna
yeah.
read the hits.
Fire.
No, I'm gonna read everything I think I like.
That's my Jimmy's.
Big rings. Live from the gutter.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm the plug.
Diamonds on me. Damn.
Jumpman.
Jumpman was a fucking hit.
That's
The
the only one.
The 30 for 30 freestyle.
That shit was, man, that whole album is hard. That was all Drake on the 30 for 30, though.
That was my ringtone. My brother's calling me. I'll pick it up after this.
True that.
I'm the plug. Change locations. Jumpman. Jersey from Future.
Jersey was hard.
Diamonds dancing. Digital, Dash.
Diamonds
What?
Dancing is a fucking
Everything
hit.
on there was like.
Yeah.
Every
non-skip.
song on there slaps,
Yeah,
yo.
damn.
Yeah,
you might be right.
See, that's
a
one of
classic
those
to
ones
me.
that you hear, but this is a fucking classic. Then you
I think
bring
they're
up the
just
track
too
list.
new. Some of these
Yeah.
ones you're naming are still fresh.
Right,
They're
right,
5
right.
years old, 4 years
I
old.
don't like to.
That's
So
why
we're
it's
like,
kinda
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
difficult for me to
but that's
throw that
what-
classic on them.
But that's what I wanted to go there because they have a whole bunch of old school stuff in here too. They got Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele.
That's a,
See, I never got on a lot of these
Jizza,
individual
Liquid Swords.
cats
You know
like
what I
that.
mean?
Raekwon
You got to,
and them.
bro.
I never got on them.
I mean,
Rakim.
for me, the Purple Tape and
that's Rakim, right?
Nah.
No, Raekwon.
only built for Cuban
Look,
Links.
I'm looking forward to that.
And
The Hulu,
Sup-
the Hulu
new one?
biopic about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
already
yeah,
out,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
No, it's not out yet.
They did one on Showtime, right?
Yeah,
No,
that's
Wu-Tang.
what
They
I'm
did
thinking
something
about.
with
Yeah.
Showtime, but they're
Yeah.
actually doing a biopic that it's like a movie.
Yeah,
It's not a biopic. What
It's-
they did with Showtime? What they do with Showtime?
That was pretty much like a biography type.
Like a
It was like- it was
documentary.
like a
documentary.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just them
yeah.
talking
This
to-
is a
like-
biopic, like
a
how
series or a movie?
It's a series. It's like
They need to because Wu-Tang Clan is still to this day something you've never
Yeah,
heard
it's-
of.
it's a
Like
symbol. If you see
you talking
that
about like
W-
100 dudes rolling around everywhere,
Yeah.
taking like what the fuck?
See
These
that
niggas
everybody
was huge.
they have the infamous W. Everybody sees that W. and know what
Yeah,
the fuck
come
it
on,
is.
man. Everybody, I had the Wu-Tang chain as a kid. I remember listening to 36 Chambers. My brother and the Killer Bees. My brother had those two Wu-Tang albums.
number one. You would think number one group of all time?
Probably,
I would
yeah.
think so.
I would think so too.
definitely
Even
top
numbers wise,
five.
if you look at some of the numbers they did internationally back then was wild.
Like hip hop wise, right? Just strictly hip hop.
Yeah, strictly hip hop.
Even still to this day, yo.
I mean, they changed the culture
There's a-
so much.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
They're the
you
reason
know.
why a lot of rappers back in those days started doing groups.
Yeah.
Back then, everybody wanted to do group. I saw Jay-Z. What was it? Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX wanted to start a group at one point. What was it? Nas, Foxy Brown, AZ, the
Yeah,
firm.
yeah.
That everybody started doing groups because of Wu-Tang, bro. It's just crazy.
Oh, didn't Biggie have a group? What was
Yeah.
it?
Junior Mafia.
the
Mafia.
Mafia, yeah, with
He's
Lil
a-
C's and all
Yeah,
that.
why
yeah.
is that not on the list? I didn't see that one.
I mean, that Junior Mafia album, it was good, but it
Wasn't a
wasn't
classic, it was great.
great.
I wouldn't say classic. I don't
No.
know.
I fuck
I
with
mean,
Kid
they had some dope singles.
Yeah.
All right, here's something that's debatable. Macklemore, The Heist with
I
Ryan
don't
Lewis.
know
never
anything.
heard of
I
it.
think I only
I
know the
haven't
one
heard.
song they had.
Yeah,
that
I
was,
haven't heard the whole thing to
Anything
get
on
it.
the radio. I
Can't
saw.
Hold Us. That's one of the thrift shop. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
I don't know any of these.
But a lot of people don't consider
I
those
don't-
hip hop
Yeah,
too.
I don't hear him.
No, he
They
was
consider
talking
that
about
pop
being gay,
music.
One of them.
Why is he on this list?
I have no idea. That's why I brought it up.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Pop Can?
Who?
Did you say it was on the list? Pop
No,
Can?
no,
No,
no.
Macklemore.
Macklemore.
What is it, the reggae cat?
Yeah, yeah.
Popcorn?
He
Of course, they
fired.
got Beastie Boys. They got Eminem.
Yes.
License to Ill, yeah, definitely.
No,
Which
well,
Eminem
actually, they
album?
got
Which
Ill
Eminem?
Communication and License
Okay.
to Ill on here.
Okay.
Which Eminem album you said?
Which Eminem? 'Cause
The
he-
Marshall
don't-
Mathers.
yeah, they
LP.
could only-
yeah.
that's the only
yeah,
one I
you
would.
gotta give that. Yeah,
That's the only one.
They also got the Slim Shady LP on here too.
Yeah.
But I like
yeah, yeah.
Marshall Mathers was, front to back, no skipping. Slim Shady,
yeah.
he was
Marshall,
more.
Slim Shady came first?
Yes, the Slim
Right,
Shady
yeah,
LP
yeah.
came out in '99.
Because that was his first hit.
Marshall
I'm
Mathers
Slim
came out-
Shady or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No. My Name Is was the first hit. My Name Is. My
Yeah.
Name Is.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's it. My name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see what else. How many of y'all fuck with Common? I fuck with.
I
Common.
fuck with
Definitely.
Common, but I'm not gonna say I know all his music like that at
Yeah.
all.
The album B.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
B
know
was a
anything about
dope
that.
album.
Was it?
That
Is that the one that had?
the one that had Testify, Go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Go was a fire track.
Did they have the light on it, or that was
Yeah,
the light?
No, that's not.
No,
the
that was the
not
one
that album.
before? Actually, I think I like that one. What is it? Like Water for Chocolate?
I think so.
I think that's the one I think is
They
a
had
classic.
they had the food on there. You remember that time he went on the Dave Chappelle show
Yes,
and performed?
that shit is a hard track, bro.
Yeah.
That was my shit back in the
Both
day.
of them I think is classics. Actually, B and like Water for Chocolate.
Vince Staples.
I don't really know nothing about
about
him.
him either.
I heard of Vince Staples, but I don't know about classic. Yeah, it's too soon.
Yeah.
He's a cat from Chicago, right?
I don't know where he's from.
No, he from
Oh, you talking about I know you.
Vic
talking
Mensa.
About. Yeah, Vic Mensa.
I think he's from Virginia or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him.
They got a whole bunch of old school that like I don't even want to say them
How
because
old?
Yeah, go ahead and say.
A Tribe
ahead.
Called Quest, the low end.
Oh,
That's
hell
a
yeah.
100%
I don't know.
classic.
but that's one of
Check
those,
the rhyme.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what that was on.
Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
Yeah, this was electricity.
What is
relaxation.
it called? Electric relaxation. That's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
joint.
Relax yourself.
Don't be so clear.
Want to use on the Wayans brothers.
Dun,
You know what I'm
dun. That's yeah.
They do have a lot of stuff on here, but it's like I don't even want to bring it up because they're, you know, they got Scarface,
hell
Luke
yeah.
Diary,
Yeah,
Nicki
bro.
Minaj, Pink Friday, which is
No.
hit or miss.
No, I say that's a classic.
Yeah,
I'm good on that.
Uh,
I don't like
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
definitely.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Hell yes.
Missy Elliott, Miss
Yeah,
T.
that's another.
Probably top 10, I think, is 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Get Rich or
Weezy,
Die
don't skip
Trying,
over Weezy.
album-wise.
Nah, it's Stillmatic.
They put Stillmatic and not Illmatic.
They got Illmatic too.
I was about to say.
Illmatic was a classic. They dropped that shit twice.
Yeah.
20
The
didn't they?
remastered anniversary joint
I
or
feel like
something like that.
Godson was a better album than Stillmatic.
Nah, bro.
I like Godson was fire.
It was.
Mobb Deep, the infamous. Everybody
Of
know,
course.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. So everybody know that. The Locks, We Are the Streets.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I even remember that album.
I have to listen to it again. You stupid. Nigga blew my eardrum out with that
bad.
shit.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Follow the leader?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You got it.
He named the album
See,
before he even got to it.
See, that's why I don't even want to. Cause NWA name that classic. I should just
Niggas
play-
for life.
Nah,
What?
Straight Out of Compton.
Oh, Niggas for Life was the second one.
Yeah.
When they had sucking the
There
next
was a-
nigga dick.
They were a little bit before my time. Though, so
Definitely, yeah.
already didn't
I was
get
born
to
in
it.
1990. Okay.
Big Daddy Kane, Lone Lip the Kane.
Yeah.
T.I.
I don't know.
Motherfucking trap music.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
trap
yeah.
music definitely.
Hell
Motherfucking
yeah.
trap music.
Wow.
Blow and draw on 20.
All right, so I said all that to say this. I said all that to say this. You know what I mean? Everybody, of course, it's all subjective. You know what I mean? One album might be good to one person.
Yeah,
might not be good to everybody else.
That's music.
So we all, I forgot to, how dare I? I'm sorry. I didn't say Juvenile 400 Degrees.
You also didn't say Ready to Die.
How about Lil Wayne's?
Ready to Die is on, come on, guys.
What
Those
to
are
say?
classics.
Okay, long as
He's
it's
going
there.
through the list. He's just going through the list
Goes
that's
without being
provided
said,
to
everybody
him.
know.
Reasonable doubt. Ready to Die.
Goes without being said.
They don't have
I
Lil
went
Wayne
back and
albums?
listened to
They don't have
Reasonable
Lil
Doubt
Wayne-
some years ago.
they
I
don't have
liked
Lil
it.
Wayne on that
He
list?
skipped right over Lil Wayne. They had the Carter 4 on there, the Carter 5.
They had the Carter
They got
and
the
the Carter
Carter
3.
right there. What's it,
They
Carter
had the
2?
Carter 2, 1 through 3 on there.
Oh yeah.
Those are
Carter
all
1 is the
That was a
best.
classic.
Yeah, the
Got
Carter
a
1 was
bitch
the
in
best. Hands
back,
down. All right,
got a
so
hoe in the front.
that segues into what I want to bring up
Okay.
because he just said it. The Carter 1 is the best. It's the best to
yeah,
you.
To me.
But paperwork you got to provide for that. We went through a list of track lists. What?
Well, just me personally, the time I remember being a kid and listening to Wayne and like wearing a bandana in the living room listening to Wayne. Like, you know what I mean? Just to me, that was a great album. You know, I don't know how many radio hits were actually on there. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, yeah.
But
If
for
I
me
come on.
personally, I put myself in the mind state. There's just certain albums that I remember actually listening to a lot coming up. It's not every album, it's not every artist, but that's an album, the Carter 1, that I remember really liking. Like,
Bruh.
I don't know, I
Go
fucked with
DJ
it. I wanted
was
to
on
be
the
Lil
tour.
Wayne.
Bruh, it was on 1.
Three.
It was on 1.
Go DJ was not on Carter 1.
It was.
Check the paperwork, my nigga.
What?
It was.
Look at all those fucking hits on there.
Damn, it was on the Carter 1. I thought it was on 2 or 3.
Look at-
Fuck.
look at
Man,
all
I
those
miss
hits.
my dogs, the ones I used to run with, the ones I
What
took
about
them
what
guns
about
with.
they got Fireman on that? No, that's 2.
No,
that's 2.
Fireman was 2, yeah. And the Get Money track was on number 2. Yeah, man.
BMJR. That was my favorite track on that whole album.
Bro, the Carter 1 was damn, bro. So Carter 1 came out a lot fucking later than I'm remembering. So see,
Came
no,
out
I'm
04.
thinking about.
Because
See, no,
I
thinking
remember.
what I'm thinking about is not the Carter 1. Then I'm thinking about 500 Degrees.
500 Degrees didn't even have that many hits on it.
But I'm talking about I
was more
remember
like a
fucking
underground
with it.
thing.
Yeah, I remember fucking.
You sure
with
you
it
ain't talking
heavy.
about Lights Out?
No, I don't think so. Whatever fucking album had the song "Grown Man," I am a grown man. I
That's Lights
remember
Out.
being a kid and
That's
listening
Lights
to
Out.
it. Is that Lights Out?
Yeah.
I just remember being a kid and listening to that and like wanting to be grown now. You know what I mean? Because Wayne was talking about being
That's
a
when
grown
he
Had the
up.
little xylophone beat.
That's when he starts talking. That he did the song
Yeah.
about his dad like dying or something like that.
I think so.
it was
Yeah.
Lights
He
Out.
also had the Millionaire's Dream. I think was on that one too.
And the crazy thing is, when he
I got
first
10
came
around
out,
my neck,
his
20
first
on my
album
wrist.
had no cursing on it.
Yeah, he didn't
Oh, wow.
curse for a
No
while
cursing.
when he
didn't
first
curse for a
started
while,
rapping. Yeah, he didn't curse
Even,
for a
even
while.
when he was with the Hot Boys, he didn't curse.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I never
Turk
peeped
Turk
it.
was the one who used to cuss a lot. He was the wild one, always talking about fucking somebody's girl and shit. Turk was the young wild one.
Yeah.
But Wayne didn't cuss for a minute. Yeah.
That's
So-
kind of dope. I didn't even notice he didn't curse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
You
had to-
listen to young, like really young Wayne,
yeah,
man.
because he started when he was like 14.
No,
early
There's a
12?
track he's got called Holly Grove. with BG, and he was like 11. And
Wow.
you listen to it, he sounds like a baby. And he's rapping. He spells out Hollygrove. The H is for this, and the O is for
That's
and
crazy.
L, yeah, he was like 9 or 10, 11, something like that. He sounds like he's squeaking on the track. He sounds like a baby. And it's on an old BG mixtape. And
That's
Wayne's
crazy.
featured on it. Yeah, he was a kid, bro. I want to say he was 11, maybe younger.
Bro, I heard the dopest freestyle that nobody ever listens to of Lil Wayne because it's on somebody else's album. It's on Manny Fresh's album. Nobody, I can guarantee you, I can look at everybody's
Probably
faces.
never heard it.
Nobody's
I didn't even
to
know Manny Fresh had his own album.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, he has 2 freestyles. They're fucking legendary. If you listen to Wayne's Takeover 1 and 2 on Manny Fresh's album, those are fucking legendary. And you know, it's the Carter freestyle, like hit that flow when he was on the Carter. You know what I mean? So you do yourself a favor and listen to those. Just look up the Mind of Manny Fresh or whatever. Or I can do it.
I'm gonna check it out.
I could do what I always do and just follow Keem home and just
He was
blast
nice
music in
even
his
as
ear.
a kid, though.
He was.
He had like a certain delivery the way he said things. It was even at 9 years old, he was like, "Oh shit."
That's why people gravitate towards him, especially
It's like
Birdman.
Kodak. Honestly, you can see videos of Kodak when he was like 12, and they were making music videos of the kid, and he talks about in his music that
word.
people always told him he was going to be the one, and it's just because he can rap. And you see him when he was young, just the way he talked when he was like 12 was like
Different.
it was different. Yeah,
He had
you
that
could tell.
presence about it.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
had a presence. He has a certain way that he
That
just
hit
is.
factor.
Even the way he moves, his mannerisms. He wasn't a regular 12-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Wise beyond his years.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
He was here before.
So we got a couple minutes left. Y'all want to just run through quickly since we talking about hip hop? Y'all favorite album? We said top 3, but I don't know if we have time to go through.
Nah, we
Get
don't-
a
Break
top
top three.
three. Get a quick top. What's your top 3? Crank us up.
All right, man. You know, there's so many albums out here. I'm gonna
Can
say
we exclude Big and Pac?
we could exclude Big and Pac.
Let's just not.
Are
say
we agreeing
top
that
three.
they're in everybody's top 3 or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, so-
Okay, so let's
We're gonna
exclude
exclude
them.
Jay too then.
No, I don't. No, I say keep
Okay.
Jay. He's
Nah,
not in
I
my
think-
top
I think
3. That's why I say you
Okay.
can keep him there if he's in yours.
I'm not even sure. I'm not gonna put him in for now. So personally, we have an album. I'm not gonna put it in order either. These are just my 3 that I like.
You going albums or artists?
Albums with the artists.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You got songs to back it. I want to hear some. I want to hear some notable songs off that.
Y'all probably won't like some of them because it's old school shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's a group called Black Moon from the 90s. They had an album called Enter the Stage, which I really also, they're not as known as Mobb Deep in them, but I also think that this album had a large impact on New York hip hop, especially the sound. They had a song called Who Got the Props? Y'all looking at me like, what?
No, I'm gonna do my
Who
research.
got
I
the
don't know
props?
who you're talking about, but-
It's called another joint called Buck 'Em Down. They had a couple of remixes. I Got You Open, a couple of remixes. That's definitely one of my top. The next one is gonna be Redman, What the Album.
Oh, that was on the list too. I skipped over it though.
Yeah, that's one of my Redman is one of my favorite MCs ever. And who I'm gonna give the third one to? Shit. I'm gonna leave that open for now because I don't. It's so many, bro. I don't want to close it out. You know what I'm saying?
I got a little question for you. Who's better, Redman or Meth?
I'd say Meth.
Meth is nicer lyrically.
All right.
There's a better delivery.
all right.
Yeah,
Yo, wasn't
he has.
it Fred real quick that said that you thought that Method Man kind of is downplayed because he was in Wu-Tang? People don't really appreciate him for his like being at one point considered the
wouldn't say
best.
Oh, and what I said was at one point back in those days before Biggie died, Method Man
Right.
at that time was known as like.
Okay, that's what it
Biggie.
was.
He was the Biggie at that time, but when Biggie died,
Everybody,
it kind of
yeah.
exalted his career like to be like better, like the greatest of all time.
That track they got together is fire.
Yeah, and
Yo, I'm
Big-
telling you, I
The
gotta
what?
see that. I'm a documentary king. I've watched entirely too many documentaries in my life, but there's one that they came out with right when they did the movie Notorious, and they did a little real documentary. And the producer, because he also had Biggie's original rhyme book, actual
wow.
notebook that Biggie wrote in his rhyme. He had it still, and a bunch of tapes, shit that's never been released. But he said when they did the track, him and Meth, that Biggie was like mad, and he was like, "Yeah, you think I need to redo my verse? I need to redo it, right?" And he was like, "Nah, you cool. Like it sounds good, whatever." And they told Meth, while they told him, "Hey, he said that Biggie was mad and Meth just kind of laughed. He was like, "Yo, if that's what the man said, I'm
Right,
not
right,
going to
right,
argue
right,
with him.
right,
That's
right.
how he felt. That's how he felt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying to take his credit for it, but but I just thought that when you said that's the first thing that popped in my head was, I mean, shit. Biggie said out his own mouth that Meth killed him on their own track they did together, and he was mad about it.
I don't think Meth killed him.
He did kill him.
I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
How
But
y'all feel about Dave East playing him in the Hulu series?
I
Is
haven't
he
seen
really?
it yet. Yeah, I
I
haven't
feel
seen
me
it.
light skin. Yeah,
He
it'll
got the
fit.
mustache, like the
Yeah,
goatee,
yeah.
like him.
Dave East been doing his
I
his
fuck with
acting
Dave
thing.
East. Yeah, I fuck with Dave East, man.
yeah.
I like Dave East lyrically. I like him as a person too. I've seen some of his interviews and stuff. He seems like a cool dude. I like the fact he used to hoop. I think that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? He played with Kevin Durant and all these dudes. Like he was could have went to the NBA type shit. So I think that's pretty dope.
What about you, King? You got anything?
I can't really give you albums, like favorite albums, man. I just never grew up listening to a lot of albums. There are albums that I remember that I liked and whatnot, but for the most part, I grew up in the era of LimeWire, Napster, so with songs, you pick your favorite. I grew up in the era where you didn't have to buy a whole album because you liked one song. You can just grab that song, and so because of that, I don't have a lot of albums per se that I can put just off the top of my head like that. I can give you artists though, like some of my favorite artists coming out. I do believe Andre 3000 is like the GOAT,
Hands down.
like the best ever, or if not, he's got to be a top 5.
He's up there, yeah.
Just some of those albums. Stank On You was a great album. ATL Aliens was a great album. Outkast to me it's specifically Andre 3K, but Outkast as a whole definitely is some of the greatest ever. After that, personally, Jeezy. I just think Thug Motivation 101 was a huge album for me. I loved it front to back. And Jeezy's just always been consistent. So to me, he's always going to be one of my top 5. I'm a huge Jeezy fan.
Yeah.
And besides that, it might sound crazy, but I probably have to put Wayne, even though I'm not the hugest Lil Wayne fan today. At one point, I was a huge Lil Wayne fan, and just from the Hot Boys to his solo career to everything, like all the dedication, mixtapes, the Carter albums, just his old Hot Boy shit on Guerrilla Warfare, his verses. Like I've always been a Lil Wayne fan for a long fucking time. So, and his longevity, the amount of hits that he has is just unbelievable, bro. The amount of albums that he's put out and mixtapes.
Nah, he's definitely one of the top tier.
Yeah, he's a pioneer,
MCs,
man. He
definitely.
probably deserves to be on Mount Rushmore. Like, honestly, this guy has been around forever.
We're basically listening to all his kids right
how,
now.
How much has he changed the
Yeah,
game?
you're
I
right.
remember you put me on to Kendrick Lamar before he got big when he was still
Yeah,
K-Dot.
yeah.
He just rapped like Lil Wayne. He played it for me, and you played it for me for that fact because you were like, Kendrick Lamar even said himself he used to sound like Lil Wayne.
Wow.
And when he played the old shit, I was like, bro, that's just him trying to sound like Wayne.
Right.
Like, I'm just listening to, I thought it was whack as fuck. Like, if
was.
you would have played that for me first as Kendrick, I'd have been like, this dude's trash. Get
next.
him out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. If
You
you,
know what I
listen
mean?
to that, it's called I forgot what it's called.
It was
but
when he was still called K-Dot, though, and you
Yeah,
played me
it
some
was
shit,
trash,
and
though.
it
It
was
sound-
straight Lil
trash.
Wayne. Is all it sounded like, bro.
he said after he heard that album, that's why because he used to be K-Dot, then he just went with Kendrick Lamar.
It changed up his flow and shit,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Which I'm
he was
glad
like,
he
he heard
did.
that shit, he ain't
Glad
like
he
it.
did, because he just was sound like a Lil Wayne wannabe to me. But yeah, I'd put them top 3 just for me personally, rapping for the South as well.
That's what's up.
Like I said, I thought we should leave Biggie and Pac out because I
Yeah.
was a big Pac fan and still am. I like Pac more than Biggie personally, but
Oh,
A lot
you
of
know.
people do.
Yeah, just me personally. And I think part of it is because he had more
Impact.
to put. No, not even that. He had more to put out. He's got more music,
he
more
definitely
versatility
did. Yeah.
than what Biggie had too.
showed more sides.
Yeah, I do. Y'all ever seen the video of them on MTV when they freestyled together? They were at a
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
I mean, Biggie murdered him. His freestyle was 100 times better than Pac. So I think in that sense he's better. But just as an artist, I feel like Pac was
He's
better.
a full art.
Yeah, full
all-around
artist. He had
Yeah,
he made-
as
he
an
made-
artist, I would agree with that.
Okay. So what about you, Focus?
Me, I'm gonna exclude Jay-Z, Biggie, and Pac. I'm gonna just say Rick Ross, Fabulous,
Rose, yeah, fuck with Rose.
Fabulous.
and third,
Fabulous too, yeah. I've always liked Fabulous, yo.
and third
He's got some heat.
It's between Kanye West and The Game for me.
Before you said between, I thought you were gonna say B2K.
Yo, bump, bump, bump.
BTS.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
That's solid.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go coast
solid.
to coast with my shit. I'm gonna
Let's
go
get
coast
it.
to coast. So East Coast. These my East Coast representatives. All right. I got we leaving the obvious heavy hitters off the list.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say Nas. I can't say Nas.
Say no.
I don't see why
Alright,
not.
so-
He's not a heavy hitter to me.
Oh,
Honestly,
see now we getting into this too late.
I would say Nas, just off the strength of Illmatic, Godson, and what's the
Godson was fire.
Stillmatic?
and no, Life is Good.
Oh, I love that.
I like Life is Good too. Yeah, that's a newer
just
one.
based
Yeah,
off
that's
those
like 6-7
albums.
years ago, right?
He's
Dope. That's a
top
classic to me.
tier artist.
I like that song,
He
Daughters.
doesn't. He's not that consistent, but he's
his
a top
problem with me.
tier artist.
Yeah, that's his
for the
problem.
East Coast. You know what I mean? My other one would be who I used to listen to heavy back in the day. All right, I'm just gonna go back to the South because that's what I know.
Let's go.
My old school will be UGK.
Okay,
Yep.
I can name every one of their albums from start to finish.
let's get it.
I used to listen to it back in the day. But as far as new school, I would have to go with Ludacris
Okay,
and Big Crit.
You're a big Crit fan.
I'm a-
yeah.
my brother's a big
That's
Crit
your
fan
cool
too.
new school list.
That's my new school, newer
Okay.
school.
Okay.
Because
You would put Luda and Big Crit in the same.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what I thought
two
too.
Oh, we
weird
grew up
different-
on Luda.
All right,
Chicken and
so-
Beer was a great album.
Yeah, it was.
I loved it.
It
All right,
was.
so Luda T.I. and then
Yeah, that's more.
yeah, they're more in the same field of
even though
how
Luda
they
gave
came
T.I. the business on that beef track with Young Buck.
Yeah,
Stomp.
I remember that. Damn, I haven't listened to that in a minute.
T.I.P.
Mod.
Mod.
Fat Rap,
I forgot about
Fat
that
Rap.
shit.
So
shit was hard.
my newer Southern artist would be Big Crit, just because like Fred actually was in a group chat like not too long ago. You talked about his latest album. You said that shit.
Yeah, you
No
did. You got
skips.
cut all excited. You
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
did.
You
I
said
did
Big
get
Crit's new
excited.
album was fire.
Oh,
You
yeah.
listened to it.
I pulled over just to text that. So so yeah, but the thing is, all of his albums are like that. Like you just gotta go through his playlist, and it's all
Straight through.
classical. Like it's soulful. Like you'll feel that shit in your fucking heart.
I
You
like
know what I
him
mean?
as an artist. As one of the newer artists. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as West Coast, I'm gonna go with Obvious, Kendrick Lamar. Obvious. I don't want to keep it all TDE, but that's who I'm rocking with right now.
TD
No doubt.
smashing him, man. What's his name? What's the other
Q?
dude's name? Yeah.
Shit, that's all I got for you. The West Coast.
Yeah.
Him and YG.
Shout out to Nipsey.
And Nipsey.
Yeah.
Really
Of
attached
course,
to
Nipsey.
I like YG too.
I
I
fuck
like
with
YG.
YG.
yeah.
YG, I'm
I'm a
It
fan,
kind of
I'm not
fucked me
gonna
up
lie.
because when he first came out,
sometimes
400. I fuck
I'm
with YG.
sometimes
when
we
he,
with
when, he,
him.
when he first came out, I thought he was that fucking nigga. Racks on racks.
No, that was
Oh.
YC.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it was that nigga. I'm like, man, fuck that nigga, man. Then I was like, my nigga, my. I was like, oh, this
Future
nigga.
wrote that track for him. Dude
real?
just
Right.
got on the track and that was all he had.
Yeah, but as far as like that, just they everybody I've named, you can check their paperwork. They got classic albums. Whether it's Good Kid, Mad City, or My Crazy Life by YG, or any one of Big Crit's. Like I'm a huge Big Crit fan. I can listen to any one of his shit. So that's my list though.
That's what's up.
Round it out. We gotta get up out of here. That was
Yeah, I
good
think we,
conversation on the music.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I brought my kids today. I'm pretty sure I hear them tap dancing.
Yeah,
on the roof,
they
like
ready to go.
Like for real, they doing.
Shit, I
something.
gotta go get my son.
You know what I'm saying?
He
So we about to shut this
Yeah.
down. For
Let's
this
shut it
episode,
down.
it was an excellent episode, fellas.
glad
You
to
know
be
what I'm
back
saying?
too, man.
Me is I.
It was good to be back, though, man. We got to
Yeah.
stay
Word up.
consistent, man.
Yeah, we will.
Just
Something we
getting
gotta
back to
definitely
the
do
swing.
for the
Definitely.
We
people.
apologize for our listeners out there, but we got it. We got it handled. We got
Yeah.
it.
We'll get
We're
back
gonna
in
get
the
a
swing of
select
things.
day that we'll drop every week
Word up.
so that we can record at the same time every week, get it out, and it'll be better for everybody, for us, you know,
Just bear with us.
because this is our goal, right?
No
We
doubt.
people reaching goals.
We're reaching
man.
our goal. Bear with us. You know what I'm saying? Keep fucking with us. Follow us on all social media.
Yes.
Follow us on all streaming platforms. You can search under PRG Podcast or 950 ENT Radio. Anything else y'all want to add to this?
No, that's it.
we
We'll be
good.
back next week. Appreciate y'all.
All right, so we're going to close it
out.
out with a joint by my man KayC called Family. And until next time, it's PRG Black, PRG Podcast. We out here.
Yes, sir.
What up? New York.
Fury on the beat, yo.
You hit the corner store, you get what you want. The corner store boys hit the corner cause they can't get a job. I really mean it when I say you alone. Cause when you down and now ain't no one around.
Fury
I
on
only
the
trust
beat,
my
yo.
ass and my eye. We ain't that close, I can't let you inside. I hold it down, I know I love my guys. I know I had to put the pride aside, and it ain't easy. You can see, but this my life. I know we grind this, but love this ain't right. My family needs me, make me grind on lonely nights. Adjust my attitude to keep me right. So smoke some weed, babe. Time, minds, don't waste. I'll find my way. When they say that they want it, I know they lying, they fake. I don't need none of you niggas. Why do you get on my face? Why do you take a vacation? Play no game, no station. Please move out my way. You can't take my place, I know they want what they can't take. I know I wake up every day. We wake up thinking about that pain. We know shit ain't really that easy. We want them now, it's getting greasy. And bitch, believe me. Time, minds, don't waste. I'll find my way. Hey, when they say that they want it, I know they lying, they fail. I don't need none of you niggas. Why do you get on my face?